It's live. It's live. Oh god, it's live. Do a little tweak. Live. Last day of prep for the new Warzone. Gameplay of Warzone. And more. I'm so good at these tweets. I really should just do them before I go live rather than having to like fumble around. But what can I say? I'm a silly goose, man. Lovely to see all of you folks. Sorry we've been moderately late today. I had a lot of stuff going on this morning, which was lovely. I'm gonna join a fresh gun game. I want to join a gun game that's just started. I don't want to join one that's like in progress. Let's get it popping. Right, let's do it. Hope we're all doing well. Lovely to see you guys. We are prepared, willing, and ready for what will be a busy day of final prep for Warzone. We had a lot of stuff on this morning, so we just weren't about. But we're just staying ready, willing, and prepared for this new release. And the way to do that is to not get dunked on. No, I'm actually going to upgrade my streaks a little bit here. Get rid of the SE. Let's go VTOL Chopper Gunner. UAV VTOL Chopper Gunner. Yeah, ready for the new Warzone. New Warzone drops tomorrow. We've got a video this evening as well. It's a busy time, lads. It's a busy time. It bloody well is. New season's out tomorrow, and we're ready for it. We're going to be doing some multiplayer gameplay today, getting prepped for it. I'm also going to show you guys some more of the Warzone footage that I've got from COD Next. And then, yeah, we'll talk a little bit of GTA 6, you know, GTA, obviously. Gosh, how could I forget? How could I forget? I also have a new controller on the way. How exciting. New controller on the horizon. I'll be able to tell you guys what that's all about soon. Oh, it's doing that thing again. Where it's panicking because I've just plugged the controller in, so it's like, broski, I'm cold. I'm panicking. So I'm gonna lose my job. Oh, wow. I had no business winning that fight there, by the way. Yeah, this controller does not like being cold. I'll tell you that much. I get this with pretty much every controller brand I've used. Like, if you leave the controller for too long and it's just a touch cold when you start, it does get rinsed. Sweet, there we go. Let's get the gun game going. We are not in the best place to be getting mini Uzi kills, I'll tell you that much. That was the most accurate I think I'll ever be with an Uzi, and it just simply won't be enough. Oh my word, I'm giving this guy 3 kills. Please, somebody passionately try and chase me down. I need someone to ego chow me. Brother, please. Oh, dude. Uzi on quarry is not ideal, man. There we go. Oh, nearly had him on the little jump out there. But yeah, we'll talk a little bit of GTA today. I mean, obviously it's the big news. I feel really bad for them actually that it got leaked. It's really a shame that they didn't get to kind of control their own destiny with that one, if you will. Lovely to see you guys. Hope you're doing well. I actually do like DMRs in this. And that's a very rare thing for me to say. DMRs in this game, they can feel a bit naughty at times. Say what you will. In this house... Ah, God, I scuffed that so badly. I scuffed that reach out like crazy. Goodness. Warzone is out tomorrow. We are prepping for it finally today. This is the final prep before the new Warzone. We're going to have some Warzone gameplay later today from the new Warzone whilst I was at COD Next. And tomorrow, of course, we're going to be live for the big day. Oh my god, is that the Sidewinder? Do you know, I've never used that before. That is outrageous. There are some weapons that I haven't felt the need to level up for Warzone, and that's definitely one of them. For seemingly fairly obvious reasons. I need to level up my KV inhibitor today. That's the only thing I need to do. Tomorrow, so far, I know it's me, Westy, and Stod. I don't know who our fourth is at the minute. I think Jackie might be unavailable. For whatever reason. So we are figuring that out. Okay, not too bad. We're starting to pull ahead a little bit here. I think a gun game is just a... Gun game's a really nice way to get warm. I find gun game has a little bit less SPMM as well, historically. Ah, no, that's never going to work. Bottle that. That was a criminal set of throwing knives from me. Got a geezer who's like one off behind me. The thumbs are warm. The thumbs are warm, chat. The thumbs are warm. No, please. I've spawned in Narnia, man. Quarry is not a good map for gun game. Yes, let's get it. Lovely.
The mission is complete. Good work.
No, the new Warzone won't be playable earlier on regions. Because the new Warzone is releasing at the same time globally. So switching region won't help you. Lovely to see you all. Hope you're doing well on what is a fine Tuesday. Do you know what? It feels so much deeper into the week because I've had to like prepare so much for this new Warzone, like getting videos ready and like, you know, just staying like, I know it sounds weird, but like I've genuinely had to play multiplayer because I've done so much zombies that obviously the aim assist in zombies is crazy, right? Like, it's not the same as regular Warzone or regular multiplayer. So I've had to like mentally prepare myself and play some multiplayer just to be like switched on. I'm also going to save some weapon loadies later today. So I'm going to save some custom blueprints. I'm going to go over the blueprints with you guys in chat. So if you want to see those later, definitely check them out. Hey, Cypher, thank you very much. Appreciate you, bro. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, that is the plan. We are going to play some multiplayer. I'm going to show you guys some early Warzone footage at some point or another this evening as well. And then we're going to go and create some loadouts for tomorrow to be ready for day one of Warzone. So we've got a lot going on. Anushka, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. And then obviously tomorrow we're going to be live literally all day with Warzone. And I mean, the second it releases, we will be there no matter what. Schedule that Kylian Mbappe meme, I'll tell you that much. Appreciate it, guys. Hope you're doing well. Right, cheeky little gun game. Get warm. Let's get warm again. If you want to get warm in COD, there's only one way to do it, and that is through the trenches of multiplayer. There's no way I've scuffed that. Oh, what have I done? Cypher, thank you again, man. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Oh, just giving another free kill away. Bloody hell, Barry. What are we doing? I've done that thing again where I'm going to have to disconnect my controller when I die next. He's been dunked on. He's been dunked on. Oh my word. We're having a whale of a time with it right now. Oh my god, that Sidewinder is windy. Somebody close a window. No. Why have I scuffed that jump up? Bro, brother! Why can I not mantle that? Why can I not mantle up the side? Sorry, I've just had to reconnect. My controller does this thing sometimes where like it forgets the profile I'm using for button mapping. It's a really annoying problem. Like I say, I've got a new controller coming, which I'm quite excited about. All will be revealed on that front soon. Yeah, locking down this building here could actually be the mega clutch way to just cheese a win in this. Yeah, honestly, just controlling this general gameplay space is looking kind of crazy right now. Bro is not happy about that one, I'll tell you that much. What of the local Giga Sweat, you might ask? Who are they going to believe? Get pre-fired, son. Let's go. Lovely. We love that. I mean, I don't think he'll be a huge fan, but that sounded like a him problem. Let's go. GG. Nice little gun game there. Little speed run, eh? Little speed run. What are your thoughts on the meta? I've got a couple of opinions. I honestly think LMGs are going to be king on day one. That's kind of my thought process. I'm really curious, if you're watching right now, what gun do you think in Warzone is going to be like day one, day dot, the go-to? For me personally, I think the Pull Me Out 7.62 is going to be highly, highly underrated. Tremendous tree, lovely to see it. You know, I'm going to VIP you, Tremendous. Let me sort that out for you. Let me tell you something. I'm so new to this Twitch stuff sometimes that I forget that things like VIPs exist. Tremendous tree. There we go. Lovely. Bazby. Bazby, I think, could be there. Bazby definitely could be there. I personally see it being... You know, I'm just going to back out the gun game. I personally think... I'm just going to go over some weapons that I've... you know, I don't really want to mess around with any of these classes, so I'm just going to make another one. I can see... Because you've got the whatchamacallit. I think the Bruin could end up being quite good. I think the Pull Me Up, and the reason I think that is because... This conversion kit is a joke. Like, have you not seen this thing? Like, it's crazy. Like, so you can take the Pull Me Out, right? You can use the let me show you the build I'm going to use for Warzone, right? This is the specifically changed build, right? You can use the TYLRA compensator, right? You can get a gun kick control here. You can go for another gun kick control on the rear grip, right? Whack in a cheeky little sight of some demeanor, right? I mean, come on. Like, that right there? Like, let me put plates on these things, right? Watch how ridiculous this thing is. This is mental. This right here, day one of new Warzone, is going to be utter filth. Like, but come on, there's just no way around it. This thing here is going to be an abomination. Because you could genuinely make this super accurate. Like, you could probably, if you drop off the stock here and you go for like a really heavy underbarrel, like a proper gun kick horizontal recoil underbarrel like this, yeah. Whack a little skin on it, because just look at this thing, man. And that's with a close range optic on, dude. Like if do you know, I'm going to stick a long range on it just for banter, just to see how it performs. Ideally, if you use the riser, you'll get even less recoil, ideally. Like if you use this riser, you'll get basically none. I mean, that's a joke, bro. Like that is going to be insane. They don't call me the loadout doctor for no reason, man. Honestly, I mean, look, you know, J God in the mud, if you will. Let's put a 2.5x on this thing. I mean, that is insane. I'm even gonna go further. I'm gonna put like a 4x on this thing and see how it handles. I didn't save for whatever reason. Yeah. I mean... And this is with 3 plates, by the way. This is with 3 plates. This right here, day 1 tomorrow, is going to be a joke. Yeah, bonkers. Yeah, this is... I'm actually going to save this now. And I'm almost tempted to put a thermal on it to some extent as well. I know it sounds a bit weird, but there is a temptation to just whack a thermal on it and call it a day. Let's have a look. Let's see what it looks like with the thermal. Pretty mental. Hey, Phoenix, thank you for the prime. Appreciate you, bro. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to save this with the riser. I'm going to save this as a mod. Okay, we're going to call this Warzone. Oh, God. Warzone Pain Edition. Cool. Saving that as a mod for tomorrow. That's one of the guns I think is going to be nutty. The BASB, do you know what? I've not checked the BASB in terms of mag. That's the only downside to the BASB. I think the BASB could be good, but that mag size is going to be a problem. That mag size is going to be a real problem for the BASB. Let's give it a try. Let's build a sweat build for the BASB for tomorrow and just sort of take a look at what that could potentially look like. We don't want to lose any horizontal. We want this, like, there's this really chunky grip that you can use on like the majority of the weapons that kind of does everything. Where be you? Here we go. Gun kick and horizontal. You get a bit of vertical, but it's worth it. Like this Bruin heavy support, very much worth it. For this, you would probably want to use it as a bit more of an AR, so I would probably go recoil control suppressor. Let's just see how this performs already off rip. It's got a bit too much bounce to it at the minute. I will have to go compensator on that, I think, then. I honestly don't mind if people see where I am on the map. It doesn't bother me. Thank you very much, Phoenix. Appreciate you, bro. We're going to go... there is the temptation to go for a barrel here. The Venom Long, recoil control. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go for Venom Long. Let's stick a skin on it, because obviously, why wouldn't you? Let's give this a try. I mean, it's pretty solid, isn't it? Yeah, that's pretty solid. I mean, the 45 round mag is going to be a limitation. Obviously, these guys aren't moving. So, you know, there is that to bear in mind. I really like the riser optic because it actually reduces the amount of visual kick. Big fan of this optic. It's a bit more of an accurate representation of where the shot will go, so... Yep, we're saving that for tomorrow as well. We're going to save this as yet another Warzone Giga Chad is going to be the save for that one. So yeah, we're just going for a couple of weapons here. I was going to do this later, but we'll do a few now, and we'll do a few more later as well. I'm going to go for a hot take here. I don't think assault rifles are going to be that great. I think even though ARs are being buffed in Season 1, I still don't think they're going to be that great. But if I was to choose any AR, it would be the Holger. But I would go for the LMG variant of the Holger because it has a bigger mag. I'm curious to see what the damage is like on the 7.62, just quickly. Yeah, I think I might make a 7.62 build. I think LMGs are just going to be... Oh, it's only short mag. Okay, that'll be the 7.62 out the window. My general philosophy here is I think LMGs are going to be on top day one. We've already got... let's build a TAC Eradicator. Let's build a TAC Eradicator. I think we'd be silly not to make one. So I would go... Don't need any of that. We'll go for a gun kick stock. We're going to put a laser on this just to buff its ADS slightly. Go with a blue dot here. I reckon high velocity might be the way to go on the TAC Eradicator. Just because of how it... just because of how it has the variable fire rate. Let's try this. See how it goes. That's definitely an option. I would change the optic, though. I really like the riser optic a bit here because I just feel like the risers give you that extra space away from your gun. Or the Mark III. The Mark III kind of does the same thing. Pretty naughty. Hey, Tremendous Tree. Thank you for the Twitch 1 month. Love that from you. Appreciate it. We will go over snipers. Yeah, we will go over snipers. I'll do the snipers later this evening, though. Let's go for a slightly longer range optic on this. I think I'm going to go in with the pull me out game one. I will go in with a sniper as well. Obviously, you know, we'll see what the boys are running game one. Obviously, I think Stod will end up sniping. I'd be surprised if Westy doesn't snipe, I guess. I feel like this could be a decent little long ranger. Oh god, hello. This is an interesting optic. Hello. I don't know how to feel about this. On the one hand, it's definitely adding some visual recoil. On the other hand, it's... Dare I say it, quite nice? I mean... I think lasers are going to end up being very important this year. I might just go with a basic VLK, right? I don't know why the VLK has that big chunky outer rim on the gun. Like, that really puts me off of it. I like the choreo. It's not bad. That is a very interesting weapon. I don't really like chevron optics, if I'm being perfectly frank. So I'm not really sure. I much prefer a dot optic, like a VLK. Let's try the 3.4x. I think that might work. I think that might work. I don't think this is necessarily going to be as meta of some of the other guns I've mentioned so far, but we'll give it a try. I'll save this as a custom weapon for tomorrow, and we're going to call this LM Meme. Hello. Right. I'm going to say we'll do the sniper build for tomorrow, just because obviously everybody wants to know what the sniper's going to be. Obviously, there's no way you can do this without... So, we don't know... We don't know what the official word is on how one-shot snipers is going to work. They've implied that it won't be a certain type of ammo. But my only thing about that is that there is an ammo here called a Spire Point, which has bullet velocity and damage range. And I'm wondering if maybe that's the one. Because it's 34.5% velocity, which is pretty insane. So I think the Spire Point is going to be the ammo. OLAV laser will probably be the way to go. The barrels don't do a huge amount in terms of velocity. There's one for 17%, but you lose... you do only lose sprint to fire, but you do get much more aim idle sway. So I would be more inclined to go for a rechambering speed. I would also be more inclined to try and potentially boost velocity with something like the Sonic Suppressor XL. Because this adds BV. We don't want ADS speed penalties anywhere, basically. We want bullet velocity increases without any ADS penalties. And the only one that really does that at the moment is the Sonic Suppressor XL, which is a 12% increase. So at the moment, we know none of these are going to one-shot in the thing. In this, just for now. Because what you want, really, is you want guaranteed one-shot kill, but you don't want it to be too slow. So we're going to go for a... We're going to give us whatever gives us the most ADS speed out of this. That's 2.1%. Stock is 6.9%, so we're going to go stock. There is maybe something to say about this barrel, whichever one it is here. Oh no, it's only a 2.7%. Yeah, so that is basically the build for tomorrow. That will be the sniper build for tomorrow. Unless there are any of these lasers which provide more ADS speed, which I don't think there is. This will be the build. And again, unless they change the ammunition type required in the patch notes, this is going to be the sniper build for tomorrow, 100%. This is the fastest ADS, most damage, most fire rate. This will be the one. Bipods reduce ADS on snipers? Is that the one they've done with it this year? Oh, wow, yeah. Fair bit as well, to be fair. That might actually be better than the... That might actually be better than the stock. So the stock is 6.9%. The bipod mount is 12.6%. I think we'll go for that. Yeah, I've tried the Eagle Eye 2.5 a couple times, 4 eyes. Yeah, that's going to be it. The new map is going to be live at around about 5 o'clock tomorrow. My hustle and general bet is that it will go live earlier. That is just a general belief I have. Yeah, it's weird. That's interesting to know. Thank you for the info, Floppin. Appreciate it. Yeah, that'll be the build, 100%. So this is what? We've managed to achieve... Give or take, we've managed to achieve like a fairly good buff in velocity there. And again, that might change if the ammo changes, but for whatever reason, this will be the one for tomorrow. What other guns do I want to have ready for tomorrow? So I've already shown you guys my disgusting 7.62 build. For those of you who missed it, this is going to be the one tomorrow. That is definitely going to be the geezer. I genuinely don't think there's a single AR that will perform well tomorrow. I'm willing to be wrong. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. It's difficult to say, Epics. I think play Warzone tomorrow, and if you like how Warzone plays, you'll probably like how multiplayer plays. And if those things scratch the itch for you, then you're sorted. I'm more inclined to move for the Holger 26 than I am for the MCW or any. I genuinely don't think assault rifles are going to be good tomorrow. I think anybody who uses an AR tomorrow is going to get dunked on by pretty much everybody else. By anybody who doesn't use an AR tomorrow. This is that weird one with a bipod mount, isn't it? So the Holger by default as an LMG, like, because this is the thing, LMGs don't even have bad mobility this year. Like, they're pretty much on par with most ARs in terms of general mobility. So I've already done a BASB build. So here's the BASB build that we're going with tomorrow for those of you who are interested. It's the Warzone Giga Chad build. It shoots a little like, bearing in mind, all of these dummies have 3 plates in a minute. That is the current BASB build that we've got going for tomorrow. I just don't see any ARs being particularly special tomorrow. I really don't. I think the Pulmiot is going to be the #1 weapon. And I think the Holger 26 might be the secondary. Let's just go through. We want the 60-round mag by default. We need a bit of horizontal recoil control on this thing. In terms of how that moves. So we're probably going to work our way down to... We're probably going to use the crown here. We're going to go for the crown. We're going to go for the grip here, which is the Morn 20 grip. I think the BASB has a bit of a limited magazine. I genuinely think the Holger 26... where is this choreo site that you guys are all feeling? I'm assuming I've unlocked it. I probably have, right? Let's see how this fires by default just now without adding anything more to it. I'm going to fire it with a slate reflector just because I think it's a bit more... Okay, this one's a little bit hard to judge. Bear with me. Let me fire this again. Okay, right, so I don't know if you guys can see this. This has like a small pull to the right. There's a better choreo. Let me know the full name of it. Like, when you fire this extended, it starts pulling off that way. So, we're probably going to mess around with... Let's have a look at the stock options. Yeah, I mean, we could go for an Ascent stock here. The Eagle Eye 2.5. Do I even have that unlocked? I might not have it unlocked because there's certain guns I just haven't bothered with. I've got a feeling that might be... if that's a KV inhibitor unlock, we're doing that today, so... Oh god, no. Remove that from favorites. Yeah, I don't think I have it unlocked. MCW 6.8. Okay, well, I'll get that tonight then. I'll get that tonight. But now I'm just going to use the 3.4, the Schlager. Yeah, so this has a bit of a pull to it. to an extent where I might genuinely just go full horizontal. I might just go for a full horizontal attachment on this. Where are we? There we go. This is like a full 25% reduction in horizontal. Yeah, that shoots much better already. There's some interesting optics this year, like this Inslas Cass, which comes with a laser. Very interesting little one, that. I'm going to go for a... We will unlock the other Courier at some point, but I'm just going to try this out with a 1x riser. Yeah, that could be quite nice. I'm going to put... I honestly think, so like, for those of you who are unaware, Call of Duty has a general centering issue in terms of where your bullets go. I honestly think lasers this year are going to be really helpful in figuring out where your shots are landing. I really do think lasers this year could be huge for that. Well, if you're going to use any suppressor, it honestly depends. So, like, you've got the Spitfire here, which adds 20... The problem with it is the 20% ADS speed. That's, like, the big problem on this thing. So... Yes, it is, like, a pretty major attachment, but I think for the case of this specific weapon, staying full horizontal recoil is going to be the way to go for the Saber. That would just be my guess for now. I'm gonna save this as a build for now. But if you are using a suppressor on any of your guns, the Shadow Strike probably is the one. It just depends how heavy your weapon is by default, but for the most part, yeah. I'm gonna just save this as Yeetus. So for example, the TAC Eradicator that we've got here, we're probably going to bump off that for the Spitfire because we should get the same results, hypothetically. Maybe not on that case. Maybe not on that case. We might actually keep the... Let's have a look at the rear grip. I might update this build slightly. 1077 versus... Where are we? What we got on this bad boy? Where's the chunky grip? Oh, wait, has this got side grips? Hello. It's got side grips. Side grips tend to be really OP in COD for some reason. Don't ask me why. Hello, Patrick. Good to see you. It's... Where is it? Where is that chunky underbarrel grip that I've come to know and love? Here we go. The Bruin Heavy. Yeah, the Bruin Heavy's just built different, bro. Gun kick and horizontal, just 2-in-1. Like... Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Right, let's have a look at the old... Yeah, we've got the most optimal laser. There is the... This one, but it's like a flashlight and a laser, and it just ruins the general visual stability. So if you're looking at suppressors tomorrow, there are kind of two categories of suppressor that you need to keep an eye out on. If you're using ARs, you've got options. If you want to just be off the radar, the Shadow Strike will do that for you. If you want to be off the radar and get a couple of bonuses, I would honestly, out of all of these, I would probably recommend... depending on the weapon, maybe the Colossus for LMGs. Maybe. Depending on the LMG. It really depends quite a lot from gun to gun. Whereas if you're using like an AR, for example, like I don't know, MTZ, It depends how much... So the calculation really is how much you're willing to sacrifice ADS speed. Because the Spitfire, or the Spiritfire even, is easily the best suppressor in terms of what it gives you. It's velocity, recoil control, damage range, and undetectable by radar. But you're adding about 24% ADS speed. So if your gun by default is already fairly quick, like the MTZ, no problem. Use the Spitfire, right? If it isn't, you might want to change it up. I'm actually going to make a Spitfire build just because this is one of the few ARs that I'm quite hopeful could be decent. The only thing we don't want to do is add any more. Let's go gun kit control for horizontal. Let's go this as well for horizontal. And let's factor in a slate reflector and see how that goes. But this is not going to be like a medium to long range weapon. This is a medium range at best. I mean, it's an absolute filth, but it's a medium range at best. I'm going to use the riser on this to reduce the visual recoil again. Yeah. That's nice. We'll stick with that for tomorrow, for the MTZ. I don't think ARs are going to be good tomorrow. Just generally. I don't see them being particularly anything special. MT Glizzy. Cool. Right. Let's get back into some games, shall we? I need to level up. The only thing I need to finish leveling up today is the KV inhibitor. That's the last thing I need to bother with there. This camo is the nuke camo. Do you have Eagle Eye on the ARs? I'm assuming you mean the Choreo, which I believe is the MCW 6.8. I need to unlock it. Yeah, the sonic suppressor is really solid. Like that would be a go-to, in my view, for most weapons, depending on what you are and aren't willing to sacrifice. Alright, I'm gonna see if I got any armory challenges to unlock anything more rapid. But for the most part, I think we've kind of got everything. Yeah, I think we're chilling. Yeah, we're chilling, bro. You think it's a standard armory unlock? Well, I'm fairly confident I've done... I mean, I can check. Which AR have I got here? I'm assuming it's... All of my armory unlocks are complete, so... If I don't have it, something's busted. These are some curious sights, man. I think we've got everything, yeah. I think I've unlocked everything in terms of challenges. Yeah, it's not showing it there. If it's chalked, it's chalked. I don't really mind. It's not that deep. I'll survive. I'll just unlock it on the MCW. Hey, Shawshank, thank you for the Prime, bro. Appreciate you. Of course, we are live on YouTube and Twitch today, so thank you for that. Appreciate it. Well, we're live on YouTube and Twitch all the time. It's our dual location, if you will. Thank you very much, dude. Appreciate you. Oh, right. So you have to get the MCW 6.8 to Optic level first. That is very helpful to know. Thank you for that. I will quickly throw that in and we will do that. That's a marksman rifle, isn't it? Yeah. No, I haven't got it to... Okay, cool. Thank you for that, Darren. That's very helpful to know. Sweet. We are going to keep doing our thing. Let's quickly unlock this Optic, this Choreo 2.5. I'm going to get a sip of that monster. Yo. Let me tell you something. The fridge is stocked this week for the impending... Like, look, don't get me wrong. I'll be having a lovely time in Warzone with my friends. But if you think I'm not sweating day one, you got another thing coming. Good God. This weapon feels terrible. God, get rid of tanks, man. Does anybody actually like tanks in Ground War? Like, honestly. Like, why did they keep putting them in the game, bro? Alright, let's get this thing up to Optic level so I can just activate the daily challenge. Thanks for the tip again, Darren.
I'm on your side. Watch your fire.
Broski. Trying to nail some shots here, and you guys are... Oh, good God. I really wish health regen was a little bit quicker in default Modern Warfare 3.
That ought to do it.
We're losing Echo. Hostile UAV in the area.
That man... Am I correct in assuming that this man is using a crossbow?
Loading.
Good God, this weapon feels terrible. I don't even think I have any double XP left. No, I don't. Like, I've straight up got none. I'm in the trenches, chat. I am just not a fan of tanks in COD. Like, it genuinely ruins Ground War. I don't know why they put them in, because I don't seem to know anybody who likes them. Yeah, the Member December announcement's going to happen just after tomorrow, once we get the first release of Warzone out the way. And basically, it's just going to be a series of challenges that I'll be competing in. You can use decoys. That's probably a good idea, bro, to be real. Like, I'm not going to get many kills with this gun. It's pretty awful.
Stun grenade out.
This genuinely might be one of those few weapons I use that just has no redeeming qualities. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the season 1 zombies content. Like, you know, zombies, I think I will stream eventually again. I'll probably do like a week of Warzone and then I'll alternate back between zombies and Warzone after that.
Tossing a decoy.
Get some decoys out.
Ammo here.
Securing objective Echo. Hostile mortar strike near position. Enemy securing Bravo.
Oh my word.
Friendly UAV on station.
Yeah, we're late on today, Relentless. We had some meetings this morning with a couple of companies and brands. We have been busy. If I went on shipment with this gun, I think I'd lose my head, surely.
Decoy grenade out.
Broski. I'll get it to like level 2 so that I've got the get it to level 2 so I've got the optics and we'll leave it there. Yeah, meetings went well. Meetings were pretty sweet this morning. Every once in a while I get invited to the odd cool meeting where I'm like, hey, that's nice. Right, I think we've done it. God, what? Level 8 for an Optic? Are you bannering? Oh, do you know what, bro? I'll do that another time. I'll do that another time, bro. Genuinely. I'd rather just level up. Rather level up, finish it. Rather finish leveling up the KV. Level 8. You must be bannering, bro. Absolutely not. Not in this economy. You've got no chance, pal. I will do that this evening when I feel a sudden need to do it. But that's even if I feel it's even worth doing. There might be some other attachments that could be worth it. I'm being flashbanged by my own sniper. Let's go, baby. Broski just got deleted with a crossbow by the looks of it. Yeah, I've disabled text chat for that exact reason, Welshie. For that exact reason, let me tell you. This geezer just like vaguely... Is he like prone? He is, yeah.
Careful. Area's hot.
I hope the teammate sees him. Or I'll just do that. Gosh, a few more attachments on this thing and I would be living the vida loca. Sorry, I'm sorry. Oh, it's going to be a sticky one here. I think we've done it. Oh! Hey, thanks for all the follows on Twitch, guys. Appreciate you. We'll be live pretty much most of tomorrow. The second the new Warzone is up, we will be here and we will be live the whole time. Let me tell you something. Nice. Right. Do you know, I'm just going to quickly go into a private game and just have a look at some of these attachments you guys have mentioned. How do you even get into private games in this? Oh, God. What? Menus, please? Ah, there it is. Oh, God. We're truly in menu simulator, honestly. Let's have a gander. Eagle Eye 2.5. This is one you guys are talking about, right? I don't know if I would personally use this because it's got that really annoying lens bloom around the edge. Do you see what I mean? And that amplifies, like, the blurriness of a character model on the edges. Do you see what I mean? Look, if I put him in the blue. Yeah, I don't think I'd use that personally. Can't lie. I'm much more inclined to see if there are any others that I would use, though, just whilst I'm here. It's a shame you can't filter attachments in terms of, like, just having Modern Warfare 3 attachments. I'm just wondering if there are any things that I haven't unlocked. What are you? Way too ugly. Propaganda. Don't mind the Nidar, weirdly. I actually find it somewhat appealing. Yeah, I've used the AOL Recon a couple of times. It's a bit chunky, but it doesn't have... Oh, you can filter. Yeah, but you can't filter by Modern Warfare 3, can you? Let's have a look at the sniper rifle department just to see if there's anything optic-wise on this front that I should be wary of. Because I know there is the one that I'm using already. This really upsets me that this is a... So this is like an amazing optic, right? But like, why is it built like this? Why has it got this like big cone around the edge? Like, what have they done to it? I'm not a big fan of variable, and this one as well, the Carrack optic, right? They've put a random scope cap off the edge of it, basically making it far less interesting because it covers part of your screen. I think I like the Victus 13X. I'll say that much. Yeah, I wouldn't be upset about this. The SZ Ultra. Okay. Oh, that's clean. Now, I don't mind a little bit of that visual blur that I was talking about before when it's for such a deep magnification. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's quite nice. The AS7, interesting. This looks... I don't like how that sits on the rail. I don't like that I can see part of my gun before I can see the optic. That really bothers me. Interesting. Okay, nothing too special in those departments, I don't think. Yeah, the inertia on some of the scopes is pretty crazy. I think that's what you got to be kind of careful with, really. Let's just keep leveling up our cheeky little sniper, shall we? I'm not too fussed about the MCW build. We will go over some, like, Warzone builds later on. I will show you guys some early Warzone as well. I'll show you guys some early... It's, like, nearly 4 o'clock my time now. I'll show you guys some early Warzone about 5:30. Not me leaking the first map early again. I did leak the Warzone map early. And you know what? It wasn't my fault. Alright? My mum says I'm very handsome. Alright? I did leak the map to the entire world. That was my bad. Was it my fault? No. Technically not. I was told the wrong NDA. You know? So, you know, it's all good. Look, Call of Duty weren't upset. I mean, they were a little upset, but they knew it was kind of their fault, so, you know. It's fine, gosh, it's fine.
We control Alpha. We have taken the lead.
God, have I just, like, chalked all of my attachments? Wait, what's just happened there? Have I just deleted... I've just deleted all of my attachments, haven't I? I'm a smart man, me. Where are you? Where are you? We were using some chunky scope, weren't we?
Lost Delta. We're taking Bravo.
Oh, I don't remember at this point, honestly. I'm not passionate enough to care, I don't think. After you finish level 55, not a lot at the minute. Not until they add the prestige system in Season 1, which isn't really a major prestige system either, so... Oh, God. That was a great spawn. I really enjoy tanks, guys. Have I mentioned to all of you how much I love tanks? Because I love tanks. They're such a great addition to COD. Just trying to level up my silly little sniper. Wow, we have no spawn. Oh, God.
Friendly UAV online.
The skin is a little bit blinding inside. That might be my fault. I'm just trying to finish up leveling up the KV inhibitor. I don't think the KV inhibitor will one-shot tomorrow, but I may as well have it ready just in case. You never know, eh? In this economy, you simply never know. Just like you should use your Twitch Prime today on me, the Tactical Brit, on twitch.tv/the Tactical Brit. Wow. Take money from the corporate overlords and give it to me, your local streamer. That is a great advertisement. I'm sure Twitch will love me for that. I mean, technically a Prime, you know, a Prime's a Prime. Use it. You know, they love a Prime at Twitch, don't they? Oh, gosh. No, he must die. He must perish. He must perish. They're going to keep spawning out of that bloody tank, aren't they? Or just simply consider following. Wow. If I sound like a commercial, it's because I do.
Moving this way.
I think the Cat AMR will be the one-shot sniper, yeah. That is my current prediction. I wouldn't call it a bold prediction. I feel like most people... No, I was on like... Ah, man. Bro, I don't know why I got bamboozled by that geezer's footsteps. It's like they appeared and then they disappeared. And I was panicking. So I was going to lose my job. I just know that there are geezers looking to push this way. Vaguely. I really dislike tanks, bro. There's a lot of guys in there. Edald Starkey, thank you very much for the Prime. Saucy little devil. See, my call was heard. My advertisement was worth it. You know, it's almost like ads work, guys. Gosh. Don't tell the brands that. Sheesh. Or I will lose my job. Who let me cook with a pistol? Broski's on the roof. I'm sorry, geese. Venison, thank you very much. Appreciate it for the Prime. Everybody dropping their Primes. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Little hype train for the boys. Pre-Warzone? That could be a bit naughty, to be fair. Wouldn't say no. Gonna be DMR zone again? I'm calling it. I'm not too sure, you know. If it is a DMR zone, I reckon it'll take a couple of days for people to figure out. I don't disagree with your sentiment, that's for sure. I would like to get involved in the smoke, one might say. If there's smoke to be had, I shall deliver, you know what I mean? I will deliver it unlike your local Royal Mail parcel delivery, because that never comes. And if it does, it's got 3 dents in it. Broski. I know. Ain't no way we're just parking helicopters on people. Is that really the decorum that we're going for right now? Oh man, I had a nice little streak going there. Heartbreaking. I can't really think of a gun that would be in quote-unquote new DMR. All of the DMRs have looked kind of terrible to me. Maybe the one that's kind of like a Holger? Not too sure. Ain't no way I just got a hit marker. That's pain. I might do the cardinal sin of putting a scope on a pistol. Just so I can see where these shots are going a little bit better, but maybe that's my fault. Gosh, that lift time on the old sniper here. A little less than ideal. I am moderately being flashbanged by my own gun here, which is probably a bit of a smooth brain from me, if I'm being perfectly... Ah, oh, no way. I don't think the KV is going to one-shot or anything, so... I just don't see it being... I don't see it being a particularly competitive sniper. The thing with snipers is you almost can't guess whether they're going to be good or not. Because the snipers might just work completely differently in Warzone. In fact, they probably are going to work completely differently. The only one I'm confident that will work is the Cat AMR. That's the only sniper I can say definitively is definitely going to one-shot tomorrow. Broski. I like the look of that guy's KV inhibitor. It has a professional feel to it. Mine definitely doesn't. Mine looks like... You know when you snap a glow stick in half? That's kind of what I'm looking for right now. That's what I'm going for. I saw where the shot came from, but I can't see him. Must have skedaddled. Teehee. Hit him with a little whoopsie. Oh, good God. Had my head torn off. I don't like the sight. See, that optic, for example, would be perfect if it didn't have a sight cap on the side of it. You know what I mean? Yeah, we do have the new 408 sniper. That could one-shot, potentially. Yeah, I could see that being one. But you won't be able to level it up on the day in time for the new Warzone. Do you know what I mean? But that'd have to be something you do in your own time. On Plunder or something. Bloody tanks. They just don't want... They're ruining my fun, chat. They don't like me. I don't like them. Me and tanks are not friends. Are you shooting my helicopter? Can you have some decorum, please? Whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, yeah. The update is allegedly 5 PM, but you can preload it right now, which is what I've already done. So my assumption is, and this is just my general assumption, I think it will go live at about 3, maybe 2. I think it will be earlier than 5. In fact, I'm confident it will be earlier than 5. Because they never ever release Warzone on time. Even the 24-hour countdown on the original Warzone went live 2 hours early. I asked for a do-over on that knife and I still bottled it. That is the slowest ADS sniper in the world. Ah, broski, I might have to go back to the default stock, you know. Oh dear. Gentlemen? No, we've all vanished. They've been turned into some sort of mist. And that's fine. I preloaded the new Warzone on Battle.net. Oh no, not like this, bro. Me and the homies are perishing. There won't be a resurgence mode for Urzikstan tomorrow, but that will be releasing at some point this week, I believe.
Securing objective Echo. Enemy UAV active. Taking Echo.
Criminal that I haven't hit the pilot there.
Hostile counter UAV overhead.
Might be a skill issue on my faculty, if you will.
Hostile UAV in the area. Copy that. UAV friendly UAV. Enemy taking Alpha. Enemy securing Bravo.
Bro hit me with the 1-2 skedaddle and never saw me again. Heartbreaking. Oh, that is a whole ass helicopter up there, isn't it? I don't think that helicopter had a particularly good time there. Oh my god, it's like a glow stick? Boys, I got the glow stick.
Hostile Overwatch Hilo in the area.
Oh, that's an enemy Overwatch helo, that's a pain. I mean, it's kind of over that side of the map, I guess, so maybe I'll be alright. Only one way to find out, lads. Tell you that much. Called giga sliding around and figuring it out. Pain in the veins.
We're taking Delta. Friendly Mosquito active. Hostiles deployed the remote turret. Friendly remote turret deployed.
Well, this camo definitely does make hiding more challenging. Yeah, you would be correct about that.
Securing objective Alpha. Friendly UAV online.
I'm not going to contest that issue.
Securing Charlie. Delta. Hostile UAV in the area.
Could have ended quite badly for me, though. Guys, I'm moving. Good God, those snipers take so long to move to. And that's Cheech.
Mission failed. Return to base.
See, that was the strategy, Pete. If they aim at the camo, they'll simply be blinded by the sheer amount of bling that my weapon has. You know? And really, if you think about it that way, it's a good strategy. What can I tell you? Zombie servers and ground war servers actually seem to be pretty much sorted now, Geary. They have, well, bearing in mind they think they've managed to fix a lot of the networking stuff in Season 1, which is pretty sweet. They've actually said, which is why they're bringing back the old exfil. I'm going to change the camo on this so I don't get, like, instantly chalked. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hyped are you for tomorrow? I'd say like a 9, if I'm being perfectly frank. I'd say like a 9, yeah. I think we're in for a really good year. The thing that really impressed me about the update for tomorrow is not only is it like genuinely a really positive improvement in terms of like movement and the stuff that we want it to be a positive improvement for, but the biggest thing for me is just that there's so much QOL. They've managed to fix so many general issues with the game. Including like things like, I mean, I've got a video out on this tonight, but just things like buy station behavior, redeploy drone behavior. Like, I've always said the problem with Warzone 2 beyond the movement is that there was a lot in Warzone 2 that caused lots of little frustrations, you know? That ultimately made you give up the game, I think. That was a common feature in Warzone 2. Whereas, like, so, like, I don't know, you're in the gas, you're running towards a redeploy drone, and the redeploy drone suddenly leaves, and it leaves randomly. There's no fixed behavior for redeploy drones. Well, now there is. Now there is a fixed behavior for redeploy drones, and they won't leave unless you're extremely deep into the gas. So it's just stuff like that. It's just, you know, it's just a huge boost to the game in terms of how it works. And obviously, I'm not worried about the player count, really, if I'm being perfectly frank. Oh, he's had a rough go of it there. I'm not worried about the player count because with 20-minute rounds, the player count is not going to be a concern. 20-minute rounds plus extra redeploys, like there's a lot to love about that. There's no way he had a second stun. There was 2 of them. Stuns are gonna be such a problem, bro. The new train's pretty sweet. I actually really like the new train. The new train, the thing for me about the new train is it amplifies your gameplay. It's genuinely a moving point of interest because it has a buy station on it, it has a radio tower on it, and radio towers now have extended range. So there's just a lot to love about the moving train. After this, we're actually going to stream some Warzone gameplay from Warzone 2. I'm going to take out a man. I'll do it face to face like a real man. I enjoyed Armor, Wado. Armor Reforged is in a pretty good spot. It takes a little while to understand how the mode works, the primary mode for it. But once you get into 100-player versions of that mode, it's actually a lot of fun, dude. Like, honestly. Yeah, well, I'll show you the train gameplay from COD Next, because that was solid. That's a good example of what the train can do. So we'll play one more round of this, and then we'll go into some Warzone 2.0, well, Warzone 3 gameplay. Well, they're just calling it Warzone now, aren't they? It's hilarious because they're calling it just Warzone. Do you know what the most searched thing on YouTube is? Warzone 3. So whenever I tag my videos on YouTube, I've literally spam Warzone 3 all the time. Broski. This is ground war mode, Josh. Do you know what? I'm in a conversational mood. We're going to quit to desktop. I'm in a conversational mood. We are going to stream some Warzone gameplay from COD Next now. I'd rather just chat with you guys at the minute, if I'm being perfectly frank, because tomorrow's such a big day. Allow me a moment to just open up my files. Drag the files. Oh my god, he's exposed his bank detail. No, I'm joking. I'm kidding. Let's just do it. Let's just talk new Warzone, because that's much more fun than playing ground war. Let's be real. Cool. Just gonna disable my video capture device quickly so you guys can't see my screen whilst I go through the footage. Just gonna drag all the footage into one folder because that definitely makes life a lot easier. Oh, and I wonder why. Hiding my cheats, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry. What file on PC do I have that could... Wait, do you know what? I can delete my footage folder now. There we go. Cool. Permanently delete this item. Right, I'm just going to drag all the footage over and we'll start looking at it. Cool. This is going to be pretty sweet. I'm actually really looking forward to this because I've been meaning to do this. So let's do it. Let's talk some Warzone. Let's watch the new Warzone. We've got Sprat's gameplay here. Let's go to open volume mixer. Let's output VLC, the wavelink to system. Cool. Let's outlink this to system. I'm going to assume this is either Dalek's gameplay or this would be... No, yeah, this is Dalek's gameplay. Let's find my gameplay. You guys can't see anything on screen just yet. I'm just figuring things out. Westy's gameplay. Oh, here we go. Right.
A tactical Brit.
Cool.
Mate.
So. Oh, what a thing. Channel Prime. This is really loud. Hold up. This is like crazy loud. Let's. There we go. That's a bit more like it. So yeah, this is new Warzone. For those of you who are interested, this is obviously Urzikstan. You can see the loot rarity on the floor. Yeah, seeing this without a Mega Abomination genuinely is a bit mental. I just want to quickly double check my playback is like max quality. Playback. Renderer speed, tools, preferences, video, deinterlacing, automatic. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, it's probably as good as it. This is lots of really compressed footage. So yeah, you can see redeploy flares there off rip. You've got the rare Holger there, so that's like an actual gold weapon. And you can actually see there's like tiny little light spires. Like you can see them here. These little light spires indicate what rarity a weapon is. This is what we played at COD Next, Oliver. Rarity off of attachments, yeah. It doesn't mess with like gun damage or anything like that. But yeah. I'll just let the gameplay run and we'll talk about it whilst we're going through. Gonna update my title to super clickbaity on Twitch, I'm sorry, but we're gonna do it. I think if you enjoyed the other two, you probably would enjoy this one, Lothmar King, but it's kind of a difficult one. My suggestion would be to play Warzone tomorrow when it releases, and if you like the feel of the gunplay, you'll probably like Modern Warfare 3. If you can catch it on a sale or something, even better. Yeah, this was a really interesting gunfight. So we ended up having a fight here with Aiden, I think it was Aiden, Swag, and somebody else, I forget who. Yeah, it's 100 players at launch, but it's 20-minute rounds. So the circles are collapsing faster. You can see the red dots up in the minimap there from the UAV. That's pretty sweet. Yeah, so the red dot, the zone collapses fairly quickly. It's kind of your first look at the Holger 26. Obviously, some of the balancing and stuff would have changed by now in terms of how weapons perform. So don't take this as like a, oh yeah, this gun will be sick. Or this gun won't be kind of thing. Yeah, tacticals and lethals will be. Yeah, it was Super Evan, Swag, and I think it was Aiden.
I don't get it.
Yeah, lots more. There are a lot more Gulag entry kits this time around. You're going to see a lot more of them dotted around the map, which is great because it's going to increase the number of people alive later into the game. Yeah, this is early footage of the new map, Jake. This is early footage of Urzikstan at daytime in Warzone. Not zombies, not dark and purpley and grey. Just actual, straight up Warzone. Turbo, sorry, I didn't see your thing. My bad. Mivganda. What areas of COD content do you think are not utilized enough that new areas could take on? That's a really hard question, dude. I'll be honest. I think with COD, you kind of need to specialize in something at the minute. I feel like for example, I feel like most people come to me to watch deep dive videos on how certain things work or mechanics or how things have changed. I honestly think that's a really difficult question. I honestly wouldn't have an answer for you. Not this. I'd have to think about it for a while anyway. Yeah, you can see redeploy flares and things like that are still in the game, off rip. Yeah, that Holger did not do very well when we were in LA, I'll tell you that much.
You hear me, you get shot. You hear me?
Does anybody know when Steam can preload? Nothing at the moment.
Oh, so.
The graphics are identical to Modern Warfare 2. Abhishek. The only reason that this looks worse is just because we were compressing our footage a fair bit and like none of us really had our settings nailed down. Unfortunately, when you go to these events, God damn it, Jeff's comms. When you go to these events abroad and you've got like an hour to set up your settings for your capture and an hour to set up your gameplay settings, and you don't know what PC you're using, like it's all very confusing. How is the game flow of the match? It's hard to judge, Ave. Like, I think, to be honest with you, the game flow I'll be judging with you tomorrow. Because at COD Next, everybody's kind of, like, figuring stuff out. They're, like, figuring out how certain things work. They're trying to fix their game settings. There's just a lot of things that they have to deal with. I mean, the PCs we were on were pretty good. We just didn't have time to mess with them, really. Whereas, obviously my PC at home, you know, it was unreal, really. Ah, yeah, this is the NVG Gulag. The Gulag this year looks really good. I'm actually quite excited about the Gulag this year. It's symmetrical, it's balanced, so it has all the important things. The random quirky bonuses like NVGs are a nice touch, I think. I honestly think it just adds a bit of variation. I like it. That's Sprat ego challenging Benny C. Love that from him. Yeah, you can, like, I know it sounds difficult to, like, it's difficult to convey because this is compressed video already that's going to compressed video on YouTube or Twitch. But generally speaking, the palette for the map looks pretty great. And if you up the vibrancy in the game, it's still got a bit of greenish gray to it, but it's nowhere near as bad as people think it is. Like, when it's actually on your screen in front of you, I think you'll find it quite visually pleasing.
Enemy movement. Moving here. Cancel that. Field upgrade active here.
So if you guys have any questions, let me know.
Enemy movement. Marking enemy.
Safe zone relocated. Be advised, gas drop is inbound.
Enemy movement. Cancel that. I'm hit! Go for counter UAV, marking coordinates.
Copy. Counter UAV deployed.
Not playing early, this is just early footage from COD Next. Ah, yes, when Sprat walked into the cluster mine.
I got you.
A really solid experience that I won't forget. I really enjoyed it when he did that.
Head to the safe zone now.
To the round. Throwing grenade. Movement. Cancel that. Taking effective fire. Enemy movement. Marking enemy.
No, there's no New Zealand trick this year. You think the new sniper will be viable? Yeah, the Cat AMR should be fairly viable. I think it will be pretty solid. Like, I think it will be the one shot guaranteed. The new Warzone is live tomorrow at 5. I haven't seen any of the new weapons from Season 1 in terms of, like, it wasn't in the build we played. Sorry, chat. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. It'll be 1 second.
Gas is moving in. New safe zone. Fire sale active. Buy station prices have been reduced. Friendly buy station inbound. Location marked. Friendly buy station is ready. This is hard that time, but we will settle the score. Fire sales over. Adjusting prices. Check weapons and gear. We're holding for deployment.
Right, we're back. Sorry, folks. Just need a tinkle. A tactical tinkle, if you will. Let's skip forward to some fresh gameplay, shall we? Here we go. I don't know if PlayStation has a preload, so I've received a preload on Battle.net, but I don't know if anybody else is getting a preload. Or at least I don't know personally if anywhere else is receiving a preload. The best of my knowledge, I imagine it will be, but yeah. Like, Battle.net already has had that preload go live. So yeah, you can kind of see a bit of the pregame lobby. Like I say, the lighting is drastically different in the day. I'm unsure. I'm unsure of how the times will be. I think it will be... I generally think the game will release early. Like, I think Warzone will go live like an hour or two early. It normally does. Yeah, you can kind of get a feel for what the map looks like in the daytime here. It's a good-looking map. Like, I genuinely think it's a decent-looking map. I think it looks a lot better than the current zombies lighting that you have. It's scheduled for 5 p.m. Yeah, it's currently scheduled. I just don't see it happening all at 5. Like, the thing for me is that, like, COD always says, yeah, it'll be live at 5, but if they want to keep, like, their servers alive, they won't release it at the same time for everyone. Like, it will just crash if they try to put it live at the same time for everyone.
5 seconds to jump. Battle Royale. ID on multiple strongholds. Locations are marked on your attack map. Avoid the gas. Get to the safe zone.
It'll probably be done in the scaling fashion. Yeah, 100%. Like, they'll put it live at, like, my guess is it will go up at 3 p.m. Like, UK time, rather than 5. And it will just progressively roll out from that point onwards. Like, they're going to say 5 p.m. global release. They'll probably go up at 3. It will catch a couple of people off guard. It's a work day as well, so if they do it at, like, 3, most people won't be home. So they'll just be like, "Oh, perfect, no problem." You know, that's probably what's going to occur.
Got a field upgrade active here.
The update, the preload update I got for Modern Warfare 3 was 38 gigs. So I don't know if that's going to be higher or lower. It's hard to say.
Enemy soldier incoming. Your team has entered the safe zone.
Yeah, this is our gameplay from COD Next. So Call of Duty flew us out to LA. Here's all of it, you know? Here's everything. Ah, the old bait and switch title, yeah. Gotta be done, eh? Gotta be done. I think Sprat got hit with like a really unlucky shot there. So yeah, this is what the Gulag looks like in regular settings. No night vision, no nothing. It's very symmetrical. It's very Gulag showers. Very standard layout, very standard design. Generally speaking, like, I think, you know, this will probably be the best Gulag we've had since showers. Yeah, it's gonna be quite a nice thing. I think most people are gonna be pretty happy with this one. Because at the end of the day, you don't want anything special from your Gulag. I know it sounds weird, It's nice to have the things like the MVGs, and it's nice to have the things like the cash stuff, but at the end of the day, you just want a no-nonsense Gulag. You want it to work, you want it to be symmetrical, and you want it to just, you know, function. And that is honestly it. And that is just what the Gulag does, you know?
Friendly loadout drop on the way.
I know we talked about the count a few times. 100 players is ideal for launch, might keep the servers healthy. You know what? So they're saying that... So here's the thing. They're saying that 100 players is not a server stability choice. And I honestly think they're right. Because they have seemingly fixed ground war in terms of packet burst recently. So whatever problems they were having, they seem to have addressed. So what we've heard from Ted Timmons, officially from Raven Software, is that it's a creative choice to be 100 players. They're willing to change that number. You know, they're willing to take it up or down. And at the moment, Warzone games are currently 20 minutes long. And that is down from like 28 minutes long. So you're losing about 6 minutes of a match. So the zones are going to collapse faster. It's going to be more intense. And arguably, because there are more... So you've got the redeploy flares. You've now got Gulag entry tokens spawning much more frequently. So effectively, you're going to have a stronger mid-game with more players. Because even with 150 players, it makes no difference if 50 of those players die in 1 minute and 30 seconds. 20 minutes sounds short. Yeah, so Ted Timmons did say that he thinks the current 20 minute that they're releasing is maybe a little bit too short. So they're already aware of that. It's something they're keeping an eye on. But I think they'll change it quickly. I think if after... They'll give it a week or two just to get everybody's real feedback in once they've gotten used to it. And after a week or two, they'll just sack it off. Like, if it's too low, they'll bump it up, so on and so forth, right? I honestly am really excited to see Raven back in full control, because it really feels like they know what they're doing this year. Surprised they haven't changed the buy UI. They have changed the buy UI. They've changed the buy UI. This is just the alpha build from COD Next, so that change probably wasn't in this build. But they have fixed that. They've changed the buy UI in the game. They've also changed how buy stations work in the gas, which is pretty sweet. Yeah, the transitioning to circle is going to be a lot more brutal, because the zones will be collapsing fairly quickly. And the bonus of that is, hypothetically, you are forcing more players into the middle of the map from the rip, which means there'll be a higher density of players in the circle from the get-go. Because right now in Al Mazrah, the problem you've got is people land anywhere, because the circle doesn't feel as much of a threat from the first rotation. So you get a real spread of 100 or so players, so it feels quite quiet. Does lower player counts per server have really even helped the servers? In theory, yes. You've got less players in less instances. The load across the board is the same, but when you have less players in less instances, you're hypothetically getting less airstrikes, less vehicles, less physics interactions that could put more load on the server. So, yeah, theoretically, yes. Yeah, jumping through windows is definitely a concern. That is something I'm eager to see that hopefully they fix Speakster. I think they fixed it on the ground war map, so it could just be that it needed another pass. Thank you for all the follows on Twitch, by the way, guys. If you want to follow, please do. We'll be live with Warzone tomorrow as well. Drop a cheeky little Twitch Prime if you're so inclined as well. What time is Warzone 3 dropping? For those asking, Warzone 3 is supposedly going live at 5. I personally think it will go live at 3. I think it will go live 2 hours before work finishes for most people in Europe, for a staggered style release to stop the servers crashing. The team are taking a break till after Christmas, so this will be the build until New Year earliest. Yeah, generally speaking, so the reason they release it in the first week of December is this will give them about a week and a half to fix anything that's like super broken. 5 o'clock UK time. So if they release Warzone tomorrow and something is just busted and it's just not working properly, they have a week and a half or 2 weeks to fix it. But then, after that, you're not really going to see any major patches until mid-January at least. Probably late January. That is the only downside to releasing something in December. I personally always feel like they should release... I honestly feel like they should shift how they release COD. I think COD should come out in September and Warzone should come out in November. So it's just a little bit different. Do you think lowering the player count has anything to do with making SBMM more strict? I wouldn't say so, Jonathan. I think Warzone has a fairly decent variation of SBMM. It's not perfect, but it's definitely more varied than multiplayer. It will hypothetically make matchmaking times quicker. But I don't think it will really have a huge impact on the skill-based element of how that plays. And like I say, it seems from a development standpoint, they are far too... They're focusing more on the... So there's something called rate of engagement, which in a battle royale is a big thing. It's how often you actually get into fights. So PUBG and Apex don't have great mid-games, so their rate of engagement's really low. Warzone traditionally has a really high rate of engagement, and it's why Warzone has been more interesting in my view than most other BRs. 20 gifted if we do it on our first one, hopefully tomorrow, big. We'll be on early tomorrow. We're going to be on about as early as possible.
Enemy movement.
Plunder would be a good shout. Plunder's a great way to level your guns.
Enemy movement. Throwing grenade.
Hey, thank you for all the follows, guys. Appreciate it. Yeah, you can kind of get a feel for what the one-shot snipers look like. This is the Cat AMR. And in this build that we played at COD Next, there was no required ammunition. So this is just a high-velocity Cat AMR. Bearing in mind, this is an alpha build. So this build has probably cleaned up a fair bit since we last played it as well, in terms of general performance.
Loot here.
Bounty target group has been marked. Kill them all. Primary objective complete. All targets eliminated. You've got gas inbound. Safe zone relocated. Fire sale is active. Buy station prices are adjusted.
Including including 3 plates is a one-shot.
Taking effective fire.
Your squad leaders
I got
entered the
you.
Gulag. Survive and earn them with
Throwing grenade.
What's the exfil feature they're adding? So, from what I've understood, there's this new exfil feature coming to the game, and it sounds as though weapon cases are coming to the game as well. My theory is that you'll be allowed to exfil a weapons case early to unlock like a certain camo or something. Appa, come here. Phew. Sorry, I have to call my dog. Appa. Here. Don't growl it. Growling at. Can't you see I'm trying to show the good people the new Warzone? Don't need you growling. This is my local dog. And by local dog, I mean it is mine. He too is eager to see some Warzone tomorrow, aren't you, buddy? You're so excited to see some Warzone. I know. Good boy. But yeah, we're gonna hold on. We're gonna look. What do you think of the cat AMR, bro? 100 gifted dog. Jeez. Didn't realize I was auctioned. Give that dog an emoji right now. Hello, we'll think about it. We'll think about making him a little emote. You know what I mean?
Gas is moving in. New safe zone located.
How's life back in London? Pretty good. Yeah, pretty good. Moving country is complicated, I can't lie. We are back in London from Portugal. Felt like I wanted to see some... For those asking, like I moved back because I wanted to see some family and whatnot because it's been like 2-3 years abroad. Moving country is a lot of work. I'll tell you that much. But no, I've enjoyed it. I've seen a lot of friends and family, and like I've seen, like, don't get me wrong, the one downside of being abroad is you just don't, like, you know how people sort of pop into your house? Like, I don't know, maybe you got like an aunt or a cousin or someone who just pops in for a coffee. Like stuff like, just little things like that, you know, it's a bit of a difference, which I do appreciate. Or just randomly going for a pint with your mates on a Friday, like just small bits and bobs like that definitely make a difference. Hey, thank you very much, Animal. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. You can see Jaff getting hit by a sniper himself. He wasn't fully plated, to be fair, I don't think, but...
Enemy dropping into the AO.
So yeah, the map is genuinely more vibrant than it looks on most streams and videos. Like, I think a lot of people have... I understand a lot of people are like, oh, it looks a bit grey, it looks a bit green. And I do understand the concern. The last thing you want is a map that just doesn't really visually pop. But no, I think it does look a lot better.
Cash here.
I'm not sure if they have changed that turbo. I'm not sure if they have.
Gas is closing. Get to the new safe zone.
Yeah, you're seeing some of this gameplay just with, generally speaking, those things going on. I will show you my own gameplay at some point because I feel like that's probably... We're using Sprats at the moment just because he's got really good audio. Mine has my comms on it, which is a little more annoying, but... Unfortunately, the other flip side of going to these events is you end up in, like, unideal footage recording situations. So if I go to footage, this should all be there now. I forget what mine was called, so I'm just going to assume that it's one of the ones in here. This one is a Westy gameplay, which has no audio. Westy, no audio. This is Daleks. Daleks just straight up recorded an hour 48 straight, like some sort of Giga Chad. Was this the one... Was this the round where we did the... This is the round where we did the train. I'll show you guys this one. This was a nice round. Chevron optics. I can't say I'm a fan, Panda. I can't say I'm a fan of Chevron optics. I feel like I struggle to identify where my shots go on chevrons. So I've always tend to lean towards a dot optic. Thank you for all the follows on Twitch, guys. Appreciate it. We are on the front page today, so if you're watching in the United Kingdom, hello. My name is, ironically, the Tactical Brit. Get it? UK. Wow. See what you did there? That's crazy branding. Bro wrote, good luck, have fun, when we were at 150 odd man event, 200 man odd event at COD Next. Love that from him. What a geezer. It's true, it's on his birth certificate. So I've been told.
Enemy movement. Enemy movement. Taking effective. Fire.
You have a theory for me. What is your theory?
Check fire.
No, I mean, do you know what the thing is as well? So, like, with this gameplay, it looks really, like this pathway, for example, it just looks really compressed. We just didn't have our settings dialed in, the things we needed dialed in, you know what I mean? Like, stuff like that just wasn't there. We just didn't have enough time between the days of recording and setting up to really fix those things. I mean, Christ, I play on a bloody 4090, you know? I didn't know what settings to pick. You know, I'm just used to them being there because I've set them up before, you know? Doo-doo. Yeah, so you can see like a gold Rival 9, by the way, really solid. SMGs generally are getting a SMGs generally are getting a buff in Season 1. So I'm curious to see how that will go. I think obviously those values will transfer over to Warzone, so we will see. We will see. I haven't seen the 2 new Optics Turbo. No, I haven't. Hopefully they're decent. London buses are the worst things on the... I have not taken a bus in London since I've moved back to the UK. I'd rather walk. I'll be perfectly real with you. It's confirmed SMGs are bussing. I mean, you might not be wrong on that. Oh, yo, the Big Cheese. What a name. I respect it. Whiffed a couple shots here, but you know what? None of us have an idea what the velocity looks like. You can pre-download Warzone on Battle.net. I don't know when it's going to go live for Twitch or PlayStation. I have a suspicious feeling, and this is just a suspicious feeling. If they don't put a preload live for the other platforms, I'm going to assume that they will be, but if they don't, I've got a feeling they're not going to put a preload live for the other platforms, and they'll just have Battle.net. Because they'll either roll it out in one or two ways. It'll either go live at like 3 o'clock instead of 5, so that the servers don't crash, or they won't put the preload live for the update so that everybody else has to download it.
Target area marked. You're cleared hot.
Copy that. Longbow 3-1 is on.
So it could go, just an idea. Wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. I don't think they would do the second way, because I think they know that would annoy people, but I definitely see it going live early tomorrow. 5 o'clock is a ruse. And you can always tell, and let me tell you why you can tell. When you see Swag schedule his stream on YouTube, bro always knows. I don't know how bro always knows, but bro always knows. He always knows if it's going up early. I could see, bro, and I hope you're doing well. Cosmo, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate you, bro. PS always gets it within 24 hours of the drop. Hand gestures are not returning just yet, Turbo. That was in the trailer, and I don't know why. They confirmed that that is currently not in the game. Snipers are going to be completely reworked tomorrow, Rich. It's you know, the difficulty with this is I know that the Cat AMR is going to one-shot because of COD Next. He's the only sniper I feel confident in saying is going to be a one-shot sniper. Because they just completely tweak the values for snipers for Warzone. We just don't know. We honestly just don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. The way I see them doing it is you'd have the Cat AMR, the MCPR, and probably... What's the other bolt action? Not the 410, which is coming out, although I imagine that one would. Basically, any slow bolt action, they'll make one-shots. any like semi-autos, like the signals. Yeah, the intervention, that's the one, the FJX. Any multi-fire rifles like the Signal 50 or the KV inhibitor won't be. Just because obviously, why would you use the others?
Most wanted target is down. KIA confirmed. Well done.
Yeah, that was a flag on the most wanted.
Bomb drone deployed.
Little bomb drone.
Ready for detonation.
Don't know how I feel about these being in the game again, but, you know. I've played so much ranked, I'm just used to them not being there. Although they are much more balanced now, at least. Compared to what they used to be. The Thictus. Did you consider going? No. I respectfully, I have 2 platforms that I stream on, and I'm not going to be changing that because I like these 2 platforms. I don't like some of the others. That will be the professional way that I will approach that question.
Enemy movement.
But thank you for the question, Ryan. I'm glad you're getting tuned in a little bit. Yeah. So here is the one thing that's like a really nice thing to think about. When we went from Warzone 1 to Warzone 2, we lost the entire code base for Warzone 1. Everything was remade in Warzone 2, which is why we lost so much quality of life. Any quality of life change that was in Warzone 2 is going to be in this version of Warzone. You're not going to lose anything. So, kill streak balancing, like the bomb drone not being OP, the spectator mode for private matches, redeploy flares, Gulag tokens, you know, stuff that we've just gotten used to having into the game because they are nice changes. I should talk about this in a second, by the way. They're just there, and they're not going away this time. You know, there's no hard reset of everything working again, which is really great to see. By the way, so this is the backpack for Warzone's new version. As you can see over here, you have individual ammo slots. Interestingly now, whenever you have a gas mask is always going to be your first slot. So you can press down on your D-pad really quickly, then hit square to equip really quickly. So the idea is that you won't have to fumble around in the inventory slots looking for a gas mask. Really exciting. Glad they're adding that. Simple. Easy. Thank you for everybody tuning in on Twitch. I really do appreciate you guys. If you're interested in dropping a follow, we stream Warzone here every single day from 9 o'clock in the morning. We will be streaming the release of Warzone tomorrow, of course. If you'd like to drop a Twitch Prime and shake your fist at our corporate overlords. No, I'm kidding. Thank you, Twitch. We appreciate you. Thank you for having us on the front page. I mean, bloody hell. If you would like to fettle your Twitch Prime and use your Amazon resources, as some might say, feel free to. We're on the road. We're making some progress here on Twitch. Just getting started out. And for those of you on YouTube, thank you for tuning in as well, guys. Appreciate you. Lovely to see you. Haven't played Warzone since Verdansk. Hope it doesn't take me weeks to get used to it again. It's going to be a curve, right? Like, I think a lot of people are underestimating just how differently this Warzone's going to play to Modern Warfare 2 Warzone. Like, I'll show you my gameplay at some point from when I was playing. And I was approaching every gunfight with a drop shot, a jump shot, sliding around corners, jump shotting around corners. I was doing everything. Like, because, you know, in Modern Warfare, in the current version of Modern Warfare 2 Warzone, you are better off sitting behind a piece of cover and holding a head glitch and just holding that angle. And being aggressive is very much punished in that version of COD. Whereas in this, if you want to slide cancel around a corner and just break somebody's camera, you can. Yeah, I will do that, Anushka. I need to get around to it. I'll probably do that before tomorrow. Will I be playing? I won't be playing a lot of multiplayer once the new Warzone drops, but I will be playing zombies for sure. I really enjoyed our zombie streams, and I'd like to do the Season 1 story arc. Loadouts are cheaper now, by the way, 15k. and they go up and down depending on what mode you're in. So if you're in solos, it'll be cheaper. If you're in duos, it'll be cheaper. Trios, etc., etc. This is the train. The moving train, folks. Yeah, people are going to hit some really nice shots. If these shots look a bit windy, it's because we were all still getting used to the snipers. It's all about the lead time on these things and the velocity, do you know what I mean? Like, if you're not used to those, it's confusing. Send the train backwards now, hey? But the cool thing about the train is you've got an ammo depot, a buy station, and a portable radar. So if you wanted to, you could hop on the train, activate the radar, and just drive the train around. And use the train as like a portable UAV.
Enemy movement.
Which is really cool. It's like a really fun way of like going through this system. Oh, and it has a ram on the front.
Enemy movement.
Explosive rounds will likely be anti-vehicle, Petsa. So if you use explosive rounds on a ATV or something, it blows off the doors, right? So it still have a use. I personally will go back to high velocity rounds generally. But, you know, explosive rounds would still be a good way of taking out people in vehicles. Nomsky, good to see you. I hope you're doing well, man. Well, I don't think the longbow or the inhibitor will one-shot. I purely think it will be heavy sniper rifles, the Cat AMR, the FGX, Imperium, and the MCPR.
Enemy movement.
Poor Sprat. Got Ripperonis. Folks, let me tell you something. This is why I keep recommending the Pull Me Out 762. Look at that thing. It's a monster. Time Bomb, thank you very much for the Prime on Twitch. Getting us one step closer to that first 100 sub goal. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you very much. How do you feel about Jaguars and Trevor Lawrence's ankles? Stank, let me tell you something, bro. I stayed up till 4 a.m. in the United Kingdom to watch my team lose its franchise quarterback and 3 other starters. I did not have a good evening. I have a good video on that on my channel, Runno. If you want to go check out youtube.com/tacticalbrit. The video I put up yesterday literally explains all the changes you need to be aware of for the new Warzone. So it's a nice little summary. Should hopefully address any questions you have. Recently bought a new PC and having a problem connecting to a match. What do you mean connecting to a match? Oh yeah, the vests, for example, are still in. So like the comms vest and the medic vest. How was the optimization at COD Next? I'm not really sure, BFs, man. Like, it was hard to say because I wasn't sure what specs my PC was really using. My settings weren't really correct. I would say it felt about on par with Al Mazrah. That would be my initial impression. I don't think that the performance was any worse than the original Al Mazrah. So yeah, like I think if you can run the current version of Warzone, you'll probably be able to run this pretty easily. Zombies generally is a little bit more demanding in terms of like performance because there are loads of zombies rendering in. The map is bigger. There's a lot more on the screen. I don't think the PC requirements have changed. No, I mean Modern Warfare 3 and Modern Warfare 2 are basically the same thing. I would use my Prime sub, but I don't know how to do it. I think if you hit the sub button, there's a little tick box that says use Prime. And then that's it. That's how it works. If I recall correctly. Please don't accidentally spend money. Thank you for the follows, guys. Appreciate you. And the cheeky little Twitch Primes. We're getting close to 100 subs on Twitch. Obviously, we've got however many members, like 400 or 500 members on YouTube. which is YouTube's version of subs. But thank you guys very much. Appreciate it. Twitch is a new place for us. We normally stream on YouTube. This is a new second home, if you will. So it's lovely to have all of you. Appreciate it.
Loadout drop headed your way.
It says searching for a match today with ages without connecting to a match, and then I get like 90 ping or so. Is that just Warzone? Have you tried any other games, Nomsky? Yeah, I've max leveled the AMR for this. That could potentially be a shadow ban, Nomsky, just to FYI you. If it happens in other games as well, it could just be like a network card issue. You might want to like update your network drivers. But otherwise, it could just be COD being busted. Try some other multiplayer games just to be sure. You can also check if you have a shadow ban on activision.com/ban-appeal. How will I level up the new sniper? There's a temptation to do it in Plunder, if I'm being honest. But I don't think I'll level up the new sniper tomorrow. I think I'll just play regular Warzone, and then I'll get round to it. When I get round to doing the new sniper, I'll get round to it. But I think for now, I'm just going to focus on, you know, playing what we've got already.
I got you.
I'm just going to download my footage of this because ironically, I have everybody else's footage but my own. Which is an odd way of approaching things, but hey ho.
Enemy movement.
New safe zone located.
Download anyway. There are a lot of different suppressors that you could use for tomorrow. It kind of depends. Like I say, here's the thing, guys. I will obviously be giving you builds that I think are worth using, but the reality is that every gun has different pros and cons, and you need to offset those pros and cons with each attachment accordingly. The Spitfire suppressor, for example, is a good suppressor, but only if you're using it on a gun that already has decent ADS speed. If you're using it on a gun that doesn't have decent ADS speed, then it's increasing that ADS speed by 24%. If it has a fast ADS speed, then you can stomach the 24% damage that will do. In which case, if it's a slow ADS weapon, you'd want to use the sonic suppressor because it doesn't reduce your ADS. Yeah, we've been busy. We've been busy, initially. We've been busy. You know what I mean? Hey, thank you for the follows, guys. Appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. So you can kind of get a sieve, like, you can really see, so I'm just going to freeze frame here. You can really see at the bottom here just how much clearer that water is. Like, you can actually physically see the rock formation under it. I don't know if we'll be able to select the pistol we have underwater in the future. I think for now they're going to keep it as default. The concern would be that everybody would use the mini Uzi, the Whisper, or whatever it's called.
Head to the safe zone now.
That was a nice little play break. And then we get Chalkoed from behind here.
Enemy movement.
Yeah, the WSP Swarm, that's the geezer. That's the geezer that we've got to keep an eye on. Yeah, so here you can really see what I was talking about in terms of clarity. So on Sprat's perspective, he can see me really easily here. Like, it's so obvious I'm in the water. And then on the flip side of that, when I'm in the water, well, you can see Reed Boy can see him, but when I go into the water here and dip out under, I can see him clear as day. I can see the land around me up on the sides here clear as day. So yeah, a good feel for how that all works. But yeah, it's a really clear water system. Like, it's nice. I prefer it personally. You'll still be able to use water to escape because it does change the ballistic value of how your bullets interact. Like, you have to, like, be a bit more on target with things. And the velocity slows down as it makes contact with the water. But yeah. Having that pistol for purely water scenarios is going to solve a lot of frustration. The number of times I've been in an open body of water and some random geezer just happens to have a pistol and I don't. It's going to solve a lot of frustration, I think. Right, let's open up my footage now.
Oh god, yeah.
So this one I'm going to turn down just because it has my comms.
Let's get it.
You can see me giga sweating at COD Next.
It's got to be a zipline, yes. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
I'm honestly just going to turn like the audio completely off for now, just because it's... I'll leave it partially on. It's just a little bit chalky. Like, for those of you who watch COD Next, you know it's bad.
Yeah, go get Sprat first.
The ground loop probably won't be the same, no. This was an alpha build. A lot will change. You know, I've been thinking about going back to my headphones for tomorrow. I'll be real. I like my IEMs, but I also really like my biodynamics. And I'm thinking about it. I do need to clean the cushions on them, though, because they are, how would you say,
down low.
Um,
I'm landing on the roof above.
Because the biodynamics, they just have such an incredible soundstage on them for gaming. Even though that's not what they're designed for at all. They are reference audio headphones. I've already got gym. I don't wear over-ears for gym. I'll be real with you. I find them uncomfortable. I find them annoying when I'm trying to, like, vigorously do shit. Although I do... So I have my audio set up when I'm on the go. I've got OnePlus Pro Buds 2 for, like, in-ear. And I've got Sony WXM4s for over-ears. So this is the 762. The MTZ 762. I'm going to go wash these ears for tomorrow because they are mucky. Because I genuinely think I will use my biodynamics tomorrow. I like my IEMs and I do appreciate them, but I just want the soundstage. Hey, Nova Zombie, thank you for the prime, bro. Appreciate you. I like the OnePlus phones, Anushka. I mean, I personally am never going to leave Google Pixel. Like, this bad boy right here, let me tell you something. Unreal. I don't think I'll ever leave that in terms of a tech ecosystem now, just because it is genuinely that good. But the OnePlus phones are decent. You can really see the difference in my gameplay. That, like, bearing in mind, right? So, COD Next, like, I hadn't really been playing. I hadn't played a lot of the game yet, and I was just by default. I'd already started moving differently. I started like challenging people differently, escaping with crouch sliding. Yeah, I don't mind, Anushka, just asking it. Send us a DM or whatever.
Rotating back on him.
I am very interested in, well, I say I'm interested in, I possibly, like, right,
Yeah,
how can I
it's
phrase
quite
this?
a few
I
of
haven't
them,
signed any NDAs, so I'm allowed to talk about it, and it has been revealed now. I am talking to Logitech about their new Astro A50Xs that they just revealed to the whole world, which work on PS5, Series X, and PC simultaneously. Yeah, this was a naughty little clip, by the way. I have the Biodynamic DT770 Pro as beans on toast. I am talking to Logitech about those new Astros. I think they are going to send me a pair for me to check out. I'm curious to see what those are like.
Let's go.
Yeah, absolutely dunked on those geezers, by the way, I might add.
What do you mean, what do you mean?
It sounds weird, but I was genuinely just so excited to have aggressive gameplay. Like, having aggressive gameplay in Warzone just felt so refreshing. Like, I honestly felt like I could 1v3 again, which is not something I felt... Like, unless I cheese a throwing knife or flashbang grenades, I feel like I haven't been able to use 1v3s on squads.
I just cyberbullied a couple geezers that land.
Do you know what I mean? I felt like I was unable to challenge squads.
How far does this elevator go? Holy shit, I've been in it forever.
I also have a new controller on the way, which I'm excited about. Working
Oh,
with
yeah,
a
cool.
controller company, which I will be announcing hopefully this week, which is pretty
Yeah.
sweet. Yeah, I'm interested in the new Logitech A50s because it's everything. I use Logitech stuff already. Like I'm already using the brand new X Pro 2 keyboard, the new Superlight 2 as well. Like I'm using Logitech gear all the time, and I really like how their receiver works, the wireless transceivers that they use, the light speeds. So when they shuttered Astro and kind of killed the Astro brand, I was like, oh wow, that's kind of crazy. But now that they're like bringing back the Astros, it's kind of crazy. I'm interested to see how they go. I just want to try them. Do you know what I mean? Then, Astros historically by no means have been incredible headsets, but they are pretty damn good. The A50Xs are pricey, but they do HDMI 2.1 pass-through, which is really impressive. Because the problem with the Series X and the problem with the PS5 is they don't have optical ports.
Oh, that's too, bro.
So you have to use HDMI to get the audio from them. Hey, Nomsky, thank you for the 100 bits on Twitch. A little bit naughty, that. That's a bit naughty from you.
Extra cash
Cheers, bro.
Extra cash on the ground.
I mean, the A50s work on PC via USB, the new ones anyway. You can actually use them on PS5, Xbox, and PC and switch between them, which is very impressive.
One more goose.
I have one headset for all things. Like, even just this, bro. Like, I just, just even this. Like,
Extra cash on the ground.
like just straight up ego challenge geezers. Like, being able to go into the Gulag and, like, confidently jump shot and chow people was nice. Hey, Nova, thank you very much again for the Prime, bro. I appreciate you. Thank you for the follow as well.
Give me a sec. I need to get some cash first. Oh, shit.
Yeah, the way these buildings work as well is great. Like, just being able to rotate between these building segments, really solid. Yeah, so this is what I mean. So the windows in zombies are bad. For whatever reason, that doesn't seem to be the case in the alpha build we played. The windows seemed fine. So yeah. Like, we didn't have any issues jumping through windows in this version of Warzone, so I'm assuming it's fine.
Come on, Sprat. Come on, then.
You can hear vaguely how excited we were to be playing Warzone, I can tell you that much. Like, even just stuff like that, like just being able to chow teams properly, like, very refreshing, man.
Jammy sod.
Very refreshing, honestly.
Oh, this is feeling good, bro. I can't lie.
Like, I lost that gunfight and I didn't care because I just felt great.
And it's only 11:45. We've still got like 2 hours of this.
IEMs are not required, no. It's a personal preference thing, whether you prefer in-ear earbuds or over-ear headphones. I'm going to go back to the biodynamics tomorrow because I just feel like I'd rather have the extended soundstage.
Have a look. I'm going to Charlie Intel. Apparently Charlie Intel's just dropped some big news.
All right, this is when Charlie Intel tweeted that Ashika and, sorry, Rebirth and bloody what's it called was coming back. I'm going to wait till I was respawned on this. There we go.
Bro, the AC is so cold that my nose is actually getting, like,
Nobsky with another 100 bits, bro. Thank you very much. Another 100 bits. He's doing it in trickles.
I mean, I get why they put the AC, like, at max, but also, what's going on, bruv?
More 100 bitties. That's outrageous from you, Nomsky. Thank you for the total of 500 bits. Appreciate it.
Yeah, let's move across.
Yeah, you guys will see a bit more of the Warzone gameplay. I'm going to show you the one where we hit the train
map,
as well.
New guns, movement's back, rebirth's back, fortunes keeps back, ranked is coming in 2024 as well. Oh,
The radar towers are in the game still, by the way.
COD is.
Remember when I
COD
dropped
is
the map
bad,
early and
bro.
got telling off? I didn't actually get a telling off. I thought I was going to get a telling off. So I did leak the map like 3 hours before I was supposed to. And I was expecting somebody from Activision to come over to me and basically
What a time
drop
to be
kick me,
alive,
if I'm
man.
being perfectly frank. And I wouldn't have blamed them. But I got told the wrong time for the embargo. And instead they came over and said, oh, sorry, we accidentally told you the wrong one. Do you mind just unlisting this and putting it back up later? And I was like, all right.
I'm down to get involved.
Fine.
I'm down to get involved. Right in front.
I mean, it was a bit funny. I will be perfectly frank. I was moderately shitting it ever so slightly, but... Redeploy drones, ayo.
Yeah, man.
Still in the game. Love that for us.
Oh, I'm getting shot by somebody else who's taking the piss. Yeah, I've been shot by them.
All-time classic moment, that, yeah, for sure.
Some guys just got up the zip.
So contracts are now on laptops, because it's not about making them like hot, like, so it's not slower. Like activating a phone and activating a laptop is going to be the same amount of time. It's just to make them more visually obvious in terms of where the contracts are.
Ah, hope he marked. I'm dead. Yeah, we're not
What's going to be
playing
first
our
meta?
regular
I've released a
setups
couple of
yet.
videos
We're
on that,
playing,
but we're
like,
going to go over some loadies in a bit.
graphical setups and all sorts. Like, the game definitely looks better than this. Just yeah, Sprat might actually be the best alive. You know, I can't lie. Yeah,
Good to see you guys.
can't-
Shap,
I
thank you for the
can't
follow,
lie, bro.
appreciate it.
This is our game, man. This feels good.
I honestly, do you know
We're
what?
gonna
Do you know what's
be
crazy as well? So I hadn't played with Jaff and Sprat a huge amount before COD Next. Like obviously I play with them fairly frequently, but I hadn't played with them recently.
You know, home
And
when
it was
this comes
crazy
out.
just how comfortable we felt straight away. Like just how easily comfortable we
gas
felt
drop, yeah.
diving into the game was nuts.
Oh, wow.
Hey
That
Carl,
was
good
quick.
to see you. I've been doing well. Thank you for the follow, appreciate it. Like it's crazy just
Yeah,
how
I
much of
got
a
you, yeah, I
difference
got
it
you, I got
made
you.
straight off rip. Like you just, it's so weird. You just felt, it felt like I was playing 2019 COD again. Do you know what I
it's
mean?
fire, though.
And that was a really good feeling. Like just the movement,
There was a
the
fire, though.
feeling, the
Just didn't know.
fluidity, like just the excitement of feeling that buzz again was just mad. Like I just felt like I was in the right place again,
I just bought
which is
weapons,
sweet.
bro.
Like it was just such a buzz. You know, it's been so long we've had to wait for Warzone's new version
Got
to release, and
unboxed
it's
as
finally
well.
here tomorrow. You know.
Got UE.
Any idea on servers audio? Any improvements made? Not too sure. So
Yeah.
the servers were slightly updated towards the end of
Let's get
Warzone
it done,
2. We're now on 45 Hz servers for Warzone 2.
Oh, guy in front of me in the wall.
I imagine it
UE.
will stay the same for that. But in terms of general performance and connectivity, it really is just down to whether something breaks on the day.
Split one, PA.
This is what I mean about the pull me up, by the way. So I think the pull me up, the 762,
There you go.
is going to be meta day one. As for audio, by the way, what's on the telly, I can't really tell because we were in a really loud room and it was just hard to see.
Let's get zone though.
This is what I mean about the 762 pull me up. Look at this thing. This thing
Oh, guy in front of me in the wall.
absolutely
Two.
shreds people. And that's without the conversion kit that gives it a faster rate of fire, by the way.
Split one, PA. Split the other.
All I care about is kill streak audio balance, make them less loud. I agree. That's like it's a really frustrating element of the game that doesn't seem to ever get addressed.
Getting shot in the back, but
I don't think the MCW is going to be very good at all. I honestly, I think ARs are not going to be great.
pop that. Pop that.
I purely think, I know ARs are receiving a buff tomorrow, but I genuinely believe LMGs are going to be the way to go. The pull me up with the conversion kit, the attack, was it the Eradicator? Attack Eradicator? You know, I just see those being really powerful. The BASB, although the BASB does have a limited
just how much
mag,
quicker
whereas
it
the Palmiot has 100 rounds, which I think will be a little bit better.
There's a guy above me on this ridge. You see that on the map?
Or the screen rumble when someone drops an airstrike on the other side of the map. Entirely agree. So, like, this, the Palmiot with the conversion kit, I honestly think is going to be just day one. Like,
Where's Sprat, though?
so the Palmiot without the conversion kit is already really powerful. When you add the conversion kit to it, it has a faster rate of fire and hypothetically bumps its TTK up like 10 to 20%. Like, I think it's going to be an absolute people melter. And it's faster, which is crazy.
We can win this game, guys. I can't lie.
But it's just the combination of things at the same time that it achieves is nutty.
Here?
Benny in chat, and you could just hear him in the back. Wait. I'm gonna turn this up to like 100% so you can hear Benny. Oh!
Come on, boys. Let's
Good
win
God.
this game.
Like when he screen watched me at COD Next, that's crazy, bro.
Right on Sprat.
Yeah, the pull me up I think is going to be 100%. Like the pull me up with the conversion
play
kit,
left
day one
first.
meta, 100%. Like
These guys here.
I see it being a bit nutty. It's really interesting
play
though
left.
because like ARs are being buffed tomorrow.
Yeah, I heard that. You're right. Sprat from behind,
Which
Sprat from
is
behind.
curious to see how that's. It depends how heavy a buff they're receiving. I assume the values for Warzone and multiplayer will be the same. But for me personally, I just see LMGs being dominant. And the crazy thing is, and this is what people don't seem to realize, the LMGs, in terms of their mobility, like if you use the Palmiot conversion kit, the actual movement speed of it is like basically the same as most ARs. Same with the Holger, the LMG Holger, basically the same, right? And realistically, when you're moving around the map in Warzone anyway, you switch back to your SMG. So the mobility of your primary, as long as it aims down sight fairly quickly, doesn't really matter a huge amount. So yeah. Sorry, ARs are getting a nerf and SMGs are getting a buff. It's one of those things, yeah. RPK Fennec better when? Hopefully never again, if we're lucky.
Might be the way to go.
Assuming all the Modern Warfare 3 weapons would be better than Modern Warfare 2. It's hard to say, honestly. It's really hard to say.
Yes, I can.
Although I've tried some of the Modern Warfare 2 weapons in Modern Warfare 3 multiplayer, and the damage outputs for them
they
just
changed
don't
it.
feel great.
They fixed it.
They fixed it, by the way. The invincible radio towers, no longer a thing.
Ah,
Yeah, I whiffed these shots at the end, bro. I was heartbroken about this one. This was bad for me. I started panicking. Well, I nearly, I just panicked here and I got it wrong. I probably could have got both of them.
my shots were win.
We'll roll us straight into another game so you can see more passion, more energy, and more footwork
I'd
immediately.
be surprised if they didn't bring it back for a rotation later on into the life cycle.
Recoil manageable in the LMGs? Yeah, 100%. You just need to build them properly. I'll show you guys some of the build. So before we cap out the stream at like 7 o'clock, I'm going to go over all the builds that I'll be using on day one.
Everything to feel fresh.
So if you want to see what guns I'm using, I will
we got
show you
Gulag,
all of the
Gulag.
builds that I have
Wait.
saved.
This way.
I've saved quite a few. The only thing I haven't gone through yet is my SMGs. But in terms of like ARs and LMGs and battle rifles, I've kind of gone through most of those already.
Let's go, man. Yeah, ranked play won't be returning till early 2024. They obviously want to get the new map and integration right first.
What recoil?
Oh god, we're big game bounty already because we got 3 kills.
So yeah, I've already preloaded it for tomorrow. I keep saying,
We're being hunted.
I'm going to say it as many times as I have to. I don't see this releasing at 5 o'clock tomorrow. I think it'll be 2 or 3 o'clock. And you'll be able to tell because Swag will schedule his stream really early. And if you see Swag schedule his stream early, I'll tell you that he knows the release time.
You'll find out most surely. It's underground, I think, or I don't know. I don't know how to get to it. I don't know. It's almost like this is a new map.
Gonna double XP weapons LMGs tonight. I just think LMGs are gonna be better. Is Swag the COD Fabrizio Romano? Potentially. He's got the connects, bro. I'll be very real. So yeah, like I just see there's no downside to using the LMGs. They have higher mag capacities. They have higher to similar damage output than the ARs, arguably higher most of the time. So there's no downside really to using them.
I need to loot, bro. I can't find anything. Look how much cover there is in this area. Holy crap.
No preload on Steam, not yet by the looks
Most
of it.
Wanted, right next to us. Look.
Not yet.
Ah.
That P90, by the way, P shooter.
That's myth.
I got done dirty by TSM Myth
Spliff him.
because I used a Modern Warfare 2 P90 and it was bad. Some of the Modern Warfare 2 attachments are definitely better, but the weapons on the whole, I'm not sure about. Bars, good to see you. Hope you're doing well.
I like your enthusiasm. Ah. God damn. We just bounced into each other. Okay.
Jaff with the execution. We love that.
I hit that.
On a scale of how close does this feel on
OG?
OG Warzone on what you played from scale of 1 to 10?
But-
I would say... do you know what? I'd say like a 7 or an 8, but not in a bad way. Like, I honestly feel this plays better than the OG Warzone. It's less spammy in terms of like crouch sliding and stuff.
But at least you got Gulag entry. I can take that later.
It's less spammy in terms of that front. It, generally speaking, just play like I just think it played so much better. Like in terms of the flow of gameplay, the map seems to be better. You know, just the movement is better. Like, I prefer the movement system of Modern Warfare 3 than I compare the movement system of Modern Warfare 2019. Like, 2019 was just crazy spammy. They're nerfing the snaking mechanic as well to stop that being an issue.
Nice.
Zahir, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it.
And we still have...
I'm sure there probably will be a preload on Xbox and PlayStation and Steam. At the moment, it's only live on Battle.net, and it was about 38 gig.
Yeah, there is.
I'd assume it would go live.
I don't know.
Thoughts on the player count being 100? I'm not worried about it at all, to be honest with you, Attaway. It's going to take like a week or two to judge whether or not it's working. Raven has already said they're willing to change it. My only concern is that games are now about 20 minutes. And I think 20 minutes might be a little bit too short. I think 22 to 23 minutes would be better. But really, like I say, it's not about the overall player count. It's about rate of engagement. So the number of gunfights you actually have per game is more important than the number of players in the game. Because you can have 150 players in Al Mazrah, but 50 of them will die in the first like minute and a half. So it'll make no difference. You know what I mean? I could probably see them bumping that number to maybe 120 after about a week or two.
Free played.
I think it won't be too bad, though. They've already said that they think the 20-minute rounds might be a little bit too short.
Tagged again. Free played.
So they've already, before they've released the game, they've already made that statement. So I would probably see it maybe bumping up to 22 minutes, and I could maybe see the player count going to 120. But generally speaking, I'm not too concerned about it. Like, it's more about like the mid game. For me personally, the best thing in Call of Duty and the best thing that Warzone does is it has the most fun mid game of any battle royale. Apex Legends is really slow and boring. PUBG really slow and boring. Fortnite, no mid game, slow and boring. Call of Duty, in terms of just unranked, and even ranked has the best mid game and end game,
Yes,
in
you
my
can.
opinion, of all the BRs because
You
it's
can
the
reload
most
console.
action-packed one.
Look,
And I hope that they can maintain that,
Just like
and I
that.
think they will. I think they will.
Wow.
That's what they're going for. You know?
I know, it's lovely. Right. We need to start moving.
Whether I call out sick tomorrow to play
This guy's a
Warzone, I
custom
wouldn't do
cat
tomorrow.
AMR.
I wouldn't do tomorrow just because you never know if the servers might run
I
into
will.
a bit of a problem.
No, I love the LMG,
But we'll
this is
see.
a Sniper. Give it a try. I love how much backpack space we have now. Like, we can actually not have to worry about ammo anymore.
Pretty nutty, innit?
I'm gonna go for that top zip up here. Up here on the roof.
Do you know what's crazy? So I went on a brief trip away whilst my internet was down, like last week,
I should specify.
or the week before last, sorry. And when I got back, I got tonsillitis. And I was thinking to myself, there is no way I'm getting tonsillitis before Warzone releases. And I don't know how I've managed it, but I forced it to vanish. Don't ask me the ins and outs of the details. Just know that salt water was getting gargled, bro. Within like a day or two, I drop kicked it. I was like, no, bro, I'm not being. I literally told my body, not today, bro. I'm sure the medical doctors at home are being like, you just got lucky. It was a mild one. But
I am very
for me, you know, I was just like, nah, bro, I'm not getting sick before the new COD. Not before the new Warzone. No chance. Sooner put my head through a wall than let that happen.
Yeah.
Thankfully, I'm fine and recovered now. Yeah, the new backpack system works better than the Warzone 2 one because you don't have to think about ammo anymore. It just gets collected for you, which is a far better way of doing things.
Should we get some selves as well, if you can afford it? I got you, I'm dropping cash.
You guys are going to see the train round from my perspective now and some of the kills that we got from that.
I had space for it. Somebody's radar.
I feel a cough coming on for the week. Yeah. Well, look, you know, if you're going to take some time off work before Christmas. Oh, no, I'm suddenly unwell.
Right now.
Oh, no. Whoopsie.
Three player. He's downed him. Go. Get the train. Get him on the train. One on the train.
Down 2 players. Rush the train. Just beautiful. I love that the front of the train is a battering ram as well, so if a vehicle gets in the way, it just gets instantly destroyed.
He thought he was safe, the silly goose.
Problem is my boss plays too, he would know. You can go in offline mode, G. Hit that offline mode, your boss won't know a thing.
We could literally use this as like an armored platform if we wanted to.
So yeah, the train is really cool. Like I said, buy station, radio tower, and an ammo cache. You can use this thing as a portable UAV. You can just drive around the map in a UAV.
How do I afford it? There we go, got it. Let's go pick up Sprat. Come on, Sprat. You know, we could just park it on the bridge, couldn't we?
Yeah, this was a pretty nutty move from us. We just
get the cash drop.
we just parked it on the bridge, the whole train. Like we just left it there.
HP?
I was the criminal. I didn't get that kill, by the way.
Yeah, stop the train. Don't see him. God, the water's so blue.
I appreciate the comments, Ed. I've got another video tonight. Tonight's video is talking about all the significant changes that they've made in terms of quality of life. I've actually ranked them in terms of priority as well, so it's a bit easier for you guys to see the changes that will make a difference.
Yeah,
like,
come scrap us.
because there were like over 90 quality of life changes, but some of them kind of flew under the radar. Like, people weren't talking about the fact that buy stations now have a fixed behavior in the gas. This was a nice little gameplay piece here, by the way.
Beef on me. Yeah,
So, like,
I've got people in front of
you
me
can
as
now
well.
go into the gas and use a buy
under the
station
bridge.
up until a certain point. It's not random like it is currently in the current version of Warzone. So it's a fixed behavior. Same with the zip lines. The zip lines now don't drift off into the gas until they're really deep into the gas. So if you're in the gas and you want to use
on
a
the
zip
train?
to rotate, you still can. So there's just some general positives and changes that they've made that feel really good. I moved the train forward here and mortar strike the train, by the way. How bloody genius is that? If that's not genius, then I don't know what is.
No, they're not. I'm it out.
Crazy, isn't it?
They're fighting on the bridge right now.
Yeah, it's up to 30 meters for buys. They'll probably increase that to like 50, I think, eventually. But it's just nice that now you know. Do you know what I mean? You don't have to randomly run into the gas and expect it to deactivate or activate. You now know how it's going to work. You know? That was a very satisfying final snipe. I know I whiffed the first 2 shots, but... kept aiming over his head for some reason. I don't think they will change it all again next fall. I feel like this is very much a sort of statement piece from Raven saying, we know what our crowd wants, we know what our audience wants. Just lead. Also, look how clear that water is, right? You can very easily see where your opponents have gone. I think the thing that I'm just going to pause this slightly. The thing that impressed me about the patch notes that I saw was that it read like a team who genuinely plays their game. It read like a team who, like, genuinely understand the problems. Like, it was a team who understands, like, who plays the game, who understands the mechanics, they understand the shortfalls, they understand the problems, they know what's wrong with the game, and they know what's right with the game as well. They know what people like about the game. And when you have a dev team that really gets that, you get patch notes like we do yesterday. Although it's not a full set of patch notes yet, that list of QOL changes was everything I could have wanted, realistically, from the dev team.
Same place. Let's go, baby.
So yeah, I really appreciate it. Like I'm really glad to see Raven back in the fold here, because it just feels like they know what they're doing. And that's, I know that sounds like a criminal thing to say, but you know, whilst Infinity Ward were in charge of Warzone, it sure as hell felt like they didn't know what they were doing. And it felt like they didn't know what we wanted from Warzone at all. Whereas with Raven, it feels like they know exactly what the expectation is. They know what people are expecting from them. They know what we want from them. Yeah. Early thoughts in meta sniper support? Probably the Striker, I would say. The Rival 9 is obviously very good for close range. The Striker is a little bit more long range.
We should keep...
Yeah, it felt like Infinity Ward didn't care as well. That's the honest to God truth. It felt like they saw the feedback and went, nah, we know better. We made the original Warzone. We know what we're doing. Whereas, like, if you think about it, really, Raven Software made Warzone. Infinity Ward released the original, but the actual crafting of Warzone into being a good product was Raven. It was all of their work and all of their QOL changes and all of their updates that they made to the game. So it felt so weird just seeing another dev team seemingly in control of it.
Just to make sure we got a gap between front and back.
So yeah.
Yep, yeah. Bang.
Main SMG for AR LMG. I would probably go with the Rival.
Nice. Bro just got put in an absolute burrito. Oh, drop me some cash. Drop me some cash. Also, you need to play up. Jeff, you need to play and I need cash. Yeah.
I could see you, Westy, Jack, and Tomo on the train for a whole game getting the snipers. Yep, probably. I don't know what our proper team is for tomorrow. Good boy.
I've just been sniped from up the hill.
Tomorrow is me, Westy, and Stod. We don't know who our fourth is yet. Jack isn't available, so...
Not planning on it.
I thank you for the sub, man. Appreciate it. Cheeky little tier 1. We love that.
I'm backing it up. I'm stopping it. Working it. Playbox go down. Playbox on me.
He's a silly little dog. He's around. You know what I mean?
Up on the hill. Up on the hill.
He's around. Doing his thing. We hit some nice shots on this.
I got Muni. I got Muni.
The release time is 5 PM UK flow, but I think it will go live an hour or two early.
Yeah, Yui.
That is my estimation.
Let's keep some res cash. Keep res cash.
He's a good lad. I love that. That snipe right there. That was crispy.
Let's keep some res cash. Keep res cash.
Oh. Crispy, I tell you.
I got my joy back. I got my joy back.
I was excited, man. Yeah, I could see it going live a little bit earlier. I don't see 5 o'clock being the proper release time. I think it'll be like 3. I think it'll be about 3 p.m. I'm gonna be ready at my desk
Thomas
from
the
like
Tank Engine, boys.
probably, I don't know if I'm being frank. What is 6 a.m. West Coast? Yeah, look at that.
Thomas the
That
Tank
was
Engine,
dirty,
boys.
bro. 6 a.m. West Coast is like 2 p.m. I'm gonna be at my desk from like 1. From like 1 till 4, I'm expecting it to go live sometime around then. And I'll be keeping an eye. I'll be keeping an eye on Swag's pre-scheduled streams because I know he's the kind of person who might just know when it'll be live early.
Fees! Oh, sign me up, fees!
Yeah, back in the UK right now. What's on the telly? Back in London.
On the left.
This was just a great. This was such a great gameplay
Let's go,
sequence.
baby!
You know, it's one of the things, generally speaking, like one of the things for me is like you lost the dynamic moments like this in the current version of Warzone, and they're back, like trains and stuff. Oh, it's good to hear, Headgamer. Oh, you're from Florida. So if you're a Jags fan by any chance, or an FSU fan,
It's Jason Bourne.
I happen to be a Jags fan. You're crying in the club like me. It's a hard day for us.
I'm getting drone out, getting drone out, getting drone out.
Or if you're an FSU, good God, if you're an FSU fan, bro, I'd be throwing hands.
One here. All under bridge, all under bridge.
Will the shotty be meta like the Riveter? I don't think the
Three there,
shotties will
three
be
there.
meta. I'm not worried about them. They seem quite weak in multiplayer, and I think that's a deliberate choice. That seems to be a conscious effort to make them weaker. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, the plan is tomorrow I'm gonna go gym super early. I then need to go quickly pick something up. I've got a new controller being delivered at some point as well. And then I'm just gonna be ready from day dot, really, for the new Warzone.
Ah, I'm dead, bro.
Oh, you're a Jets fan, grew up in New York. Fair enough. Yeah, that was a rough watch, bro. Bearing in mind, I'm in the UK, so, you know, seeing as I'm in the UK, I was up till like 4 a.m., man. It was not ideal. 4 a.m. to watch my team get cooked and my QB get injured. Like, good God. To be fair, saying that to a Jets fan is, probably falling on deaf ears, if I'm being honest.
The TTK isn't concerning War Daddy. We're in pre-game lobby.
What controller am I getting?
Over range, it feels right.
I can't show you just yet, I don't think. I'll show you when I formally announce the company I'm working with.
Yeah. I wouldn't be able to give anybody an opinion about audio because, like, these are not great headsets and, like, it's difficult to... We can't hear anything anyway because there's so many people around us.
It might. It might. What's on the telly? It might. Allegedly. You might see some things from me soon regarding what controller I'm using. I'm glad I am though. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate Scuff sending me out the Scuff they sent me. It's a decent controller, but I've had so many problems with it. The paddles get stuck with like the button presses. I've had a little bit of stick drift, which I've managed to solve myself, but it's just like I've not had the greatest experience with the Scuff FPS Elite. I'm going to be perfectly frank. I'm sure their new controller, the specific one that they've built for PC, the Envision Pro, is probably going to be quite good, but the FPS Elite, the PS5 one I've used, is just not great. The biggest problem I keep having with it is whenever I use my jump button, it like gets stuck as if it like keeps trying to jump. It's a really weird issue I've had. I'm sure they would like NDA it, like sorry, not NDA it. I'm sure they would RMA it and fix it and stuff, but it's just like it's not ideal when you rely on it so heavily. But yeah, I've got a new controller coming from a company that I'm now officially working with. We are signing a contract today, so I'm excited to show you that. Use the Razer Chroma. I haven't tried the Razer Chroma. The one that interests me at the moment is Turtle Beach is claiming to have a Hall effect controller. But I would be very curious to see what the input delay is on that controller. Because hypothetically, that if it's a Hall effect, it probably will have.
Whether or not that will carry on as we get weapon customization, it's hard to say. Like
it will have some sort of problem with that.
But
contactless Hall effect sticks using internal magnets instead of full contact analog sticks. Yeah, so the problem with Hall effect controllers is that they have a delay. Input latency is a problem with them because of how they calculate the zero value. So I'm curious to see what they're doing with it. I personally wouldn't use the controller, like the layout just doesn't suit me, but yeah. The pre-download is out on Steam. Sorry, not Steam, Battle.net. Use the wireless G502. Wireless G502 is pretty sweet turbo. I mean, I use the Logitech G Pro Superlight 2.
I actually haven't been to military yet, so
big fan of it.
I can see the
or the
train.
Pro Superlight, as
Oh,
it's called
baby.
now.
Nah, let's go into military. We haven't been there.
Yeah, Hall effect. So the problem with Hall effect is
Sprat's committed.
because Hall effects don't have a physical zero value because they have no center because they are magnets and effectively. You have to teach you have to hard code a zero value into the controller, and it has to effectively calculate what that zero value is. And because of that, you introduce input latency because it's trying to figure out what zero is all the time. Some companies have their own solutions to that or are working on solutions to that. I don't know if Turtle Beach has deployed one of those or if they've simply accepted that the amount of delay is within acceptable regions. I'm not sure. Hall effect sticks are the future, effectively, to stop stick drift, which is great. So, you know, I'm glad to see progress being made on that front. I really like this new Gulag, by the way. This Gulag feels great. I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did.
I'm landing deep in military.
Yeah, this was a big regain round for us. We didn't do too well on this one. The Swarm might be a meta SMG. It's hard to say.
Look, I'd say a lot more flat on
We're gonna go over some meta builds in a minute.
Itself, like the greens and whatnot,
We're gonna go through the SMGs. I'll show you the build I'm gonna be using primarily day one, and then we'll go through stuff like SMGs are the one category I personally haven't tweaked with a huge amount.
Like I do in regular COD.
The Xbox Elite controller is a standard stick. It's not a Hall effect.
For example, like
Generally speaking, consoles do tend to struggle a bit more with input delay. I will use the default optic for the cat, yeah. The cat AMR will be default optic. 100%. Not me changing my settings mid-round in the middle of a bloody global event.
a small bump, you see. A small bump, for example.
So yeah, we'll go over some builds in a second. We'll have a look at some of the SMGs. I will default say that I think the Pull Me Out 762 is going to be the best weapon. Probably the meta day one weapon for Warzone is going to be the pull me up with the conversion kit. I think that's just going to be a joke. Like, for me personally, I see that just being outlandishly OP. So if you'd like a little masterclass at the end of this of what weapons you should use in Warzone, you know, I'll give you a gander.
Yeah, it's the snipey.
Trevor Lawrence says no Sam. Sam Howell's all right, you know. Look, we're just hoping that he hasn't like broken his ankle or fractured it. That is all we're looking for.
Buildings have like blown out sides. You seen that?
What tactical lethals? So tacticals. For me personally, smokes will obviously stick around. Stun grenades are going to be pretty strong. For me, lethals are going to be the one this year. The thermobaric grenade, I think, can be really good. The thermobaric grenade is not only an explosive grenade, it is also a Molotov at the same time. So it does 2 in 1. Stim boost is back, so stims are something to keep an eye out on. So it's kind of a difficult question, to be honest with you. I see stims, smokes, stuns, thermobaric grenade, and the drone. You know, the throwable drone.
Chopper behind us. Careful, careful, careful. They might try to chop you. They're shooting out of it. Oh, they're about to pop the
no, Warzone. The new Warzone is not available right now. 2 had to go. This is early gameplay from COD Next. Not available till tomorrow. Unless you happen to be Australia and New Zealand and it's already tomorrow, in which case it's still not available because it's releasing at the same time. It's a global release for Warzone, thankfully. Tears in my eyes, passion in my veins.
I'm quite far away from you, by the way, now.
Yeah, we didn't see a huge amount of changes in the Warzone 2 era. And how many hours is it out? 23 hours. Out tomorrow at 5 o'clock, allegedly. I think it'll go live earlier, though. I think it'll be more like 20 hours. I think it'll go live about 2, 3 o'clock.
Driving to you now? Oh, shit. Yeah.
Yeah, this round didn't end too well for us. I'm gonna go show. I'm gonna show you guys some builds. Let's go into some builds because it's worth talking about what weapons you should be using on day one. You know, it's inevitably going to be the way. Look, pre-release content downloaded today. Wow. Modify install. Oh yeah. See, look, Warzone 2022, by the way. Hey yo. There's a new category for Warzone, and it's not 2022. See how that works now? Interesting. Right, let's do some fettling, if you will. To show you guys some weapons I think are going to be piecing up on day one. We will probably use some of them as well, just to get warm. COD Next is an invitation thing from Activision. Sometimes you get lucky and you might get it. Sometimes you don't. It's just one of those things. It's, as a creator, you just sort of, you accept it if you do. If you don't, GG. Right. Let's go over the custom loadies we've been trying out. So this is the one that I think is day one. No questions asked. I'm going to filter out to Modern Warfare 3. The Warzone Pain Edition, as I've called it. This thing is just, it's going to be a monster, day one. Like, there's just no way around. Like, this thing is going to be a joke. 100 round mag. Look at the mobility on this thing, by the way. It moves like an assault rifle. The ADS speed isn't super slow. And it just absolutely deletes the dummies. If I put 3 plates on the dummies... you would struggle to see a huge amount of difference. It does have a fairly slow-ish reload because it's 100 rounds, but you could easily three-piece an entire squad in a 100-round mag, like no questions asked. And it doesn't even move that much. Considering this thing is a bloody LMG, it just doesn't move at all. Yeah, I'm personally not worried about appearing on the minimap. If anything, I want people to come and try and fight me. So that is definitely a weapon I'll be using. The other ones I've done are the TAC Eradicator. I've done a Warzone build for this, which I think is pretty decent. Again, moves like an AR. Seems to work like an AR. But obviously you've got that crazy hyperburst. When you mount it as well, obviously a pretty solid accuracy over range. The only thing about this one, it has a little bit of a bounce to it over extended range. So yeah, that's another one. I'm using the... Where is it? The BASB. I've got a build for that. Warzone Giga Chad. I might change this actually, just depending on certain attachments. Again, kind of pulls to the left and right over long range, but for the most part, pretty sweet. Like, I'm a fan. What else have we set up? We've set up the Holger. We've got the Warzone variant of that I've got ready. So, yep, another one. Just, again, fairly simple attachment setup. You will appear on the radar with this, but I think the RAM 7 will upset things? Probably. Some of these guns coming in on day one are probably going to mess with things. The ones I want to work on, though, I need to get a striker build ready. I'm not going to go for an extended... Do you know what? I will go for a 60-round striker as a secondary, but I'm just going to offset the damage. Probably would go for... what is the hip fire like on this thing? Yeah, this gun doesn't really move a huge amount, so you could probably go ADS. ADS speed. Get a laser on there. I would probably go... How much more? How jumpy does this make if I go full ADS with no stock? That's the question. It's not even that bad. That is a bearable amount of jumpy. I'll tell you that much. So this is going to be like a sniper support for a heavy sniper. Something with a slightly larger mag. I don't know how I feel about... I might just go with like a regular... I might go with a regular laser instead of like a hipfire laser. Yeah, sprint to fire laser is an ADS laser. It's still going to be the 7 milliwatt. I don't mind this gun jumping a little bit, to be honest with you, just generally. You hypothetically could put like a suppressor on it, but I think I'm going to go with the... Where are we? I'm going to go with the AVR comp. Yeah, I think I'll keep the iron sights on this as well, just to give me an extra attachment slot. Yeah, that thing's hitting lethal, isn't it? You know what I mean? So, We will go... We will go for... Is this a movement speed barrel? Strafe barrel? Yeah. Oh yeah, that really ups the strafe. Yeah, that's... We'll be keeping this. This will be our mod for tomorrow for this one, for a sniper support striker. We'll go with the cheeky Golden River skin. We will save that as... Save that here as a sniper support. Solid. Right, cool. I do want to make a WSP Swarm build, just because I think the Swarm is going to be quite good. I'm not going to go 100 rounds. I wonder if there's a way to hip fire the crap out of this thing. You could What is this like against... There is... I reckon I might just go full hip fire on this thing and see if I could do it. I don't think the dual wields will be as popular, but... There's one that does hip fire here, isn't it? I just want to see if I can go full hip fire and see how it performs. This is quite long range for what my intended purpose for this thing would be. I'll save both builds. I'll do a single wield and then I'll do a dual wield and I'll see how it performs. And then we will go for a... Should we try no stock and see how that... I mean, you're probably killing a lot of people at close range with that, but, you know, I mean, it's absolutely rapid. There is a temptation for that one, but I don't think I will. I think I'll go for this one. Let's save this as a custom mod. One tap. And then we'll go for a Akimbo variant of this with a conversion kit. I mean, it's still pretty powerful, you know what I mean? Like, even at 10 meters with just pure hip fire, this is pretty powerful. Okay, we are formally in stick drift territory at the minute. I believe I might have just fixed it. Always give the good old thumbstick a blow and it will normally work. Yeah, this thing could be quite nutty. I'll save these as options. You're gonna be using them these at fairly close ranges, do you know what I mean? Like you're not meant to be using them at like 20-50 meters, you know? Like something like that though, that works. We will go for a El Clasico ranked skin on this. And we will save this as a 2-tap variant. Cool. We need to do... I'm curious to see what the AMR9 performs like with 3 plates. I'm going to make an AMR9 and just see how it goes. 50 round mag. Let's go for an ADS laser. Let's go for an optic because I'm not using that ugly ass optic that it's got. Let's go for a sonic suppressor. Wouldn't make a huge difference. Let's go for a regular suppressor on that one. There's nothing here that really increases rate of fire by the looks of it. So, oh, it's got a built-in suppressor barrel. We'll do that instead. And let's go for ADS and sprint fire speed and try this. Okay. Okay. It's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's not great, but it's an option. It's worth trying. We'll save that. We'll save that as an option. We will save you as a budget... Oh, hello. Save that as a meta option. Let's go for the Rival 9 now. Let's see what we can do with this. I think the integrated suppressor is a good shout on this. I would probably go for a... Let's have a look. What we got here? Stockless is definitely not the way to go. Movement speed is probably a way to go. Let's give this a try by default. Okay, by default, already pretty solid. You're going to need more than a 30-round mag. So I would... What is the difference, really? 12% ADS. Reload quickness is the same on the 40-round. That's something to bear in mind. Movement speed is... Yeah, I'm going to go with the 40-round. The 40-round has way more upsides. We'll go for an ADS laser on this. And then we'll put a gun kick control stock on the back and just... Yeah, that's pretty sweet. So we're moving quite quickly with this build. The Rival is going to be a close range weapon by every stretch of the imagination. Do you know, I don't know how I feel about the barrel option. I might just try Shadow Strike Suppressor instead. Or maybe I go full horizontal recoil on this and just make it a bit more accurate. That could be the way to go. Try the Bruin Cubic. It's definitely much more accurate. I think I might give this a go instead. I don't really care if I appear on the minimap, to be honest with you. Like I say, I'd rather people would genuinely fight me. Yeah, we'll say that. Save that as a Warzone build. I don't know if anything else in this category is really going to perform. I could make a Striker 9 build just in case. You never know. Try that. That actually works a little bit better than I was expecting. It's got a bit of a bounce to it. Yeah, I like that. I actually surprisingly really like this. It's got a hell of a kick to it. I could probably hypothetically sacrifice the rear grip for gun kick here and the Bruin compensator. Oh, sorry, the Bruin cubic compensator, and then try that. Yeah, it's got a faster rate of fire than the normal striker. Yeah, that shoots better. That shoots better without the grip. Okay, yeah, that's a good feeling weapon. Plus, you can kind of like, you can very clearly see how much it bounces, but like in close ranges, that shreds. And that's with 3 plates on. Yeah, it's 50 HP off, but that's still going to shred with the extra 50 HP on the dummies. So that's definitely an option for tomorrow. I'd like to use a slightly different looking camo, but these ones just look too good. Yeah, that just works. Yeah, I'm liking that. That secretly might just be quite good. Might be that high load of terror. I'm not entirely sure how it all works, to be honest. I mean, this thing still hits pretty accurate. Like, you can see... So, like, if I just shoot and I don't compensate, you can see the amount of kick. Like, it goes left, right, left, right, left, right. Like, you can literally... If I have a... I don't know if I have bullet sprays on, but, like, just watch how it kicks left, right. But at close range, that won't be... Like, close range with this fire rate, that's just not a problem. You just aim central mass anyway. Like, even at medium ranges, this thing is killing quickly, so... Yeah, this is definitely a great option on day one. Striker 9 go burrow? I will make a standard MCW build. Just because, why not? It would be silly not to have one, just in case. Bullet velocity. Undetectable by radar and ADS speed. Okay, that seems pretty nice. Let's give that a go. Yeah, this gun is going to be arse cheeks, let's be honest. High grain is 15%. High velocity is 20. I'm gonna go high grain here because it's got damage range buffs as well. Yeah, this gun is gonna suck. I can already tell. Like, it's just not gonna be a good weapon in Warzone. Like, it'll be all right. It won't be anything special to write home about. Let's try the aim op, actually. I haven't used the aim op on any of the Modern Warfare 3 weapons. Seems to hit quite well. I just don't think it hits heavy enough to be a good weapon. Like, it's accurate, but it just doesn't hit hard enough. Like, if you fire this at a Palmiot, you'll lose. Every single time. Like, LMGs will beat this in every gunfight, pretty much. I'd be willing to try a slightly longer range optic on it, though. One of the few... Yeah, maybe not that one, though. I haven't tried any of the 2.5Xs. Yeah, I just don't see it. I just don't see it. No. It's alright. It's nothing special. It'll be okay. It'll be a decent gun. I think you want to run the shorter range optic on this, though. I wouldn't use a long one. It seems to benefit from less visual recoil. Yeah, I think I'd run something like this on it. I'll save it as a build just in case, but I just don't see it. I don't see it being something to write home about. I have not tried any of the 3 bursts on any of the dummies yet. I will have one ready, just in case. You never know. I don't see... I don't know. I just don't see... I don't see you getting 2 successive or 3 successive bursts off without being instantly mullered. So, no, I'm not even going to bother saving that. The MTZ I'm curious about. For the Heretic Carbine. I've got a feeling this is going to be like the new... I've got a feeling this is going to be like the new AMAX. And that's a big statement to make, I know. I mean, this just... Yeah, this just fries. This could be it. This could be new AMAX territory. And I bet you I could make this fry more. Yep. That, my friends, is gonna be disgusting. Let me tell you something. What barrel options have we got, and what gun kit control do they provide? I mean, this is straight up like a Vandal from Valorant, you know? It just has a crazy damage output. I think I need an optic, though. I'm gonna have to go for an optic that drastically reduces visual recoil, something like this. Anything with a riser tends to work a little bit better on some of these. I mean, you're not gonna be outclassing people at long range with this, but close to medium, you're not losing. Honestly. And the reload speed on it is like, bearing in mind the reload speed on this thing is crazy fast. Like, for an AR that does this level of damage output, you could have 2 or 3 downs a mag. Yeah, that's kind of nutty. I might have a look at what compensator would suit this best. I might go heavy into horizontal and try the TYLAR here. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you have to basically, if you're willing to live with the initial kick off that first shot, you've got people melter. That's busted. Yeah, that is, without a doubt, by every stretch of the imagination, possibly one of the most powerful weapons I've used in any COD. And I think this thing is going to be very broken on day one. I just want to find a good optic for it. That's the only thing I'm curious about. I just want to find an optic that has the least amount of visual kick. I don't think the aim op is it. Try the SZ recharge. Better. Let's try this one. Nope. I think I might have to go for a riser on this. I just think risers work better for these kinds of weapons. Tell you what, that's not bad at all. That's not bad. I think the problem with chevrons is they're chevrons and they give you a false sense of accuracy. Let's try the mortis. You know what? I'm going to stick with my initial instinct. I'm going to go for the SZ, one of the risers at the start. I'm going to go with the mini tac. I think this gives you the best representation of where your shots are actually going. This does have a lot of vertical recoil, but once you compensate for that, like, yeah, this thing's crazy. Yeah, this is going to be a day one people melter. We will be running this 100%. Let's get a camo unlocked for this bad boy. This deserves a cheeky little iridescent. Yeah, the Heretic Carbine kit is mad. I'm going to see what it's like without a conversion kit to see what the MTZ can do without that, if I can make it a bit more of a long-range hitter. I mean, the long-range variant would have to be more... I don't think it's worth trying the long-range. I think the 40-round Heretic works better. One thing I'm curious about, actually, just out of curiosity on my Brr one, is if there's a 40-round. Because I'm going to save this as Brr 40. Because if I can have the Heretic and then a 40-round... If I can have the Heretic and then a 40-round version of this, I think I'll be cooking, bro. Be very real with you. Yeah, that's looking spicy. I mean, this thing has got crazy recoil, don't get me wrong, but for the recoil this has, this is an AMAX. In fact, this is a better AMAX. Like, this is AK-762 pre-nerf in terms of damage output. And these bots have full 3 plates, by the way. These are 3-plated bots. And this thing is just absolutely mullering it. Like, once you get over that original vertical kick, and you just get used to the bounce, there's no horizontal, you just pelt them, bro. Like, yeah, that's GG, bro. That thing right there is an utter joke. You're not losing with that. I might try a blue dot on it just to see how it performs. It's not too bad. The only thing I don't like about some of these blue dots is the front of your gun is like in your mouth. I might try the one with a laser built in. Ooh, that could be it. Because the laser gives you more ADS speed. Well, it's mostly tactical stance stuff, so I guess no. Maybe not. I think we'll go with one of these. The aim op is still good, Jay. It's just... Ooh. Not bad. No, I'm not joking when I say the MCW probably won't be good in Warzone. I don't think it's going to be a good weapon. It's accurate, sure, but I don't think it does anything else. I don't think it does enough damage. Yeah, I'm going with this Riser Optic. I'm going to name this the Buzzsaw, because I think that's a good representation of it. Do any of these have, any other weapons got conversion kits that I don't know about? This one's got one, hasn't it? Turns it full auto. Do you know what? I'm going to go into a round of Warzone. Sorry, not Warzone. I'm going to go into a round of Ground War. And I'm just going to use what I was just using. Which is this disgustingly overpowered variant of the MTZ. Obviously, Ground War's got, less HP than Warzone, but it'll be a good indication of just how powerful it could be in a hypothetical scenario, you know? We are not staying live till it drops. Absolutely not. Warzone is out at 4 o'clock, well, 5 o'clock tomorrow, but it's probably going to be earlier. This skin is the ranked iridescent skin from Warzone ranked. So if you didn't finish iridescent, you won't have that skin. There probably will be new ranked skins coming out for Warzone in 2024. So if you want the opportunity to potentially get a skin like that, that will be the way to do it. But yeah, you need to have ranked. You need to have finished in iridescent to get that skin specifically. Broski, what are we doing? I've joined a lobby where one team is just getting absolutely demolished. Bro, why am I... Scatter mines? Get him gone, bro. Get him gone. Yeah, this thing is a joke. This thing is going to be very, very OP.
UAV standing by.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hostile gunship overhead.
Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. The preload is available right now on Battle.net. I don't know when it's coming to other platforms, though. The only thing you need to be wary of is adjusting your aim left to right quicker on this thing. It's the only thing I'm a bit more rapid with that. I'm chilling. That was my bad. I shouldn't have played that. Yeah, this thing could be pretty OP, I think. I could see this being like a meta gun, 100%. The only issue is mag capacity, but I think when you get that many downs in that shorter period of time, you're laughing, really.
Friendly UAV online. Missile deployed. Charlie. Enemy hostile lead. Clock ticking. Copy. Friendly UAV on securing Bravo.
This whole experience of leveling up the 7.62 would have been so much better if I knew this existed.
UAV is being. We're taking action. Objective Bravo is compromised. Securing objective Charlie.
Oh my word, what have I just been absolutely mullered by?
Securing objective Bravo.
Taking effective fire!
I might land on him again out of curiosity. Now, I'm not saying anything until I'm sure, but
Friendly UAV online.
I would like to find that man again
We're taking Alpha.
for his... Just a little bit curious about that kill. A little bit. Just seemed... the weird thing to me is like when he finished the kill, it's like his aim just vanished.
Enemy UAV active.
Yeah, this ain't even bad over range either. Pain. Flashbangs are not ideal.
Friendly UAV online. Enemy took Charlie. Counter UAV is online. Friendly SE on the way.
Yeah, I like snaking changes. I don't think snaking is a skillful movement mechanic. Don't think it should be in the game. I think all the CDL guys agree that they want it gone as well. Well, they did GA it. No, I'm glad snaking's finished.
Securing
No, of course I just went over a claymore.
Securing objective Alpha. Hostile UAV in the area. Enemy UAV active. Enemies taking Alpha. Objective Bravo.
Is this what peak performance looked like? I don't know. I'm actually ready for tomorrow, man.
Alpha is compromised. Hostile UAV in the area.
I'm actually genuinely buzzing for tomorrow. Be simply prepared, folks. Well, this is a point of interest in Urzikstan, Geary. Levin Resort is on the northwest side of the map. Do you know, this has genuinely pretty decent... Do you know what? This gun is a joke. This has crazy velocity. Like, holy crap. Nah, this is it, bro. Look, you're not going to win any long distance, like a huge number of long distance gunfights, but it's not bad, eh? Not bad at all for a mental weapon like this. No, I'm a fan. I'm a big fan. Oh, they might have smashed it with this one. I think I might have found day one just God gun, like, easy. Like, it's not going to be the best super long range shooter, but holy crap, those medium ranges where you have most of your AR fights, you're not losing.
Enemy Overwatch Hilo inbound. Enemies taking Bravo. Enemies securing Charlie. We're taking Echo.
That's it in their spawn. They don't want the smoke, folks. Yeah, the one thing that makes me quite hopeful for Warzone is they seem to have fixed the network bloat on Ground War. Like, I'm not getting any packet burst or packet loss that I was getting before, which makes me quite hopeful that the Warzone servers will run quite well. Because Ground War is probably arguably the closest representation to a game of Warzone in terms of physics interactions and player numbers. Well, Ground War and Warzone share the same server pools. I don't really mind 20 minutes Keezy. They did say that they think it's a little too short at the minute, so they'll probably end up changing it to like 22 or 23. But I prefer games with good mid-game. Like, I don't want a super long Warzone round. Like, what do you accomplish with a 30-minute round of Warzone? You know what I mean? Like, not a huge lot more. I personally would rather see it closer to like 23, 24, but they've already said that they're kind of laning that way, so... Bro is hiding in the light. I'd rather play it for a week, get some real feelings about it as opposed to just hypotheticals, and then judge it from there. But personally, I don't think it's going to be too much of an issue.
10 seconds remaining. Securing objective Charlie.
Get me faculty immediately. I'm willing to give it a go, Keezy. I think that's the way to look at it. I'm willing to give it a go. Right, folks. I think we're going to call it there. I think it's been a very productive stream. We've got a video coming up shortly this evening as well. Thank you guys very much for all the support. Am I basically on call tomorrow? Yeah, pretty much. I'll be sitting in front of my desk all day. All day, I tell you. All day. But thank you very much for the support, guys. Really appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. We're going to be pumping out videos today, tomorrow, every day of the week, man. It's going to be nutty. Really appreciate all of you coming out. Thank you for all the follows today, all the Twitch primes, all the likes, all the everything, all the members. Appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Lovely seeing you. See you tomorrow for the big one. The big